guaranteed because they're going to shade in your base. So what happened is, when this AI played PvP, it realized every single game, if it doesn't go for adepts, and the adepts are going to kill 5 to 6 workers every game. So, in order to counter adept harassment, it keeps building probes up to 24, 25 probes. It actually builds them way past the saturation of what a pro gamer would want, because to counter the adept opener that it was not walling off against. Like, you notice in later games, the AI started walling off more, but adept still got in the base. So the AI didn't make the adjustment to have a probe at the wall in to make a pylon. Apparently it wasn't doing that for some reason. So you saw 27 once? Exactly. So the AI actually, because adepts were getting in its base so often, it decided that it was going to make more probes to counter the adept harassment. As a way to counter the harassment, just basically accepting that it's going to take losses in workers every single game. Like, the AI just accepted that. It's like, okay, I'm going to take 4 to 5 or 6 worker losses every game. How do I counter that? There's no way to counter it with the stalkers, but if I make an extra 6 to 7 workers, I'll still be at maximum saturation after the harassment happens, thereby nullifying the fact that I'm being harassed in the first place. Boom! And so that's why it was making that many workers. And you'll notice in the live game today, Mana did the same thing that the AI did. He learned from the AI, and he went up to like 24 workers on one base. And you'll notice the AI harassed him like really hard with oracles, right? Like, the AI actually like hardcore harassed Mana with the oracles, but Mana actually he wasn't dead. He survived in the game. Like, and he survived where he may not have survived previously because he kept building workers. Like, he copied what the AI was doing. He copied the theory that the AI is going for, where you build up to 24, 25, 26 workers, and then you build your Nexus a little bit later, but then you still have that worker buffer to deal with the adept and the oracle harassment. This is like 200 IQ, like high level bullshit. Like, this is like, that is actually meta changing, like, because pro gamers have not been doing this. They haven't been mass saturating off of one base in PvP. In PvP specifically, I don't know how good this is in other matchups, although theoretically it might be good in other matchups as well, making the extra workers to buffer against harassment. Atira, are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? This theoretical knowledge? I'm analyzing, or I'm describing what the AI did today. Describing it. My dear little Protoss player. So yeah, that's actually insane. It's insanity. Question about the game AlphaStar lost. Do you guys think it was a well-played game by Mana, or because AlphaStar had the new camera restriction? The Prism and the Immortal Harass was what did it? Yeah. Mana... I mean, you guys know... So, you guys know what the... Well, okay, so let me describe to you what happened with the AI. Because I can kind of see how the AI was reacting and learning. So, basically what happened was... that Warp Prism and the two more, like, you guys know how, like, for example, right now on StarCraft 2, if you get on and you play against one of the basic, if you play one of the basic AIs right now, if you send a, like, or even in Brood War, if you send a worker to the AI's base and you attack one of the workers, they pull all their workers like an idiot to try and kill your worker, and you can trick it very easily. So basically what Mana did is the equivalent of that, but at a higher level, like, to trick this higher level AI, he managed to trick the higher level AI with a very basic maneuver that works against human players to get their attention. So just like, for example, in Brood War, in Brood War, you know how the AI will chase your one worker with their 20 workers when you attack if you attack their building with a worker, it will chase your worker with all of its workers, and that's an easy way to trick the AI. So this AI is obviously much smarter and doesn't do that, but Mana did a higher level trick to trick a higher level AI. He just like you could do this against human players too, where he kept sending the Warp Prism in. His observer saw the Blink Stalkers moving out, and then when he sent his Warp Prism in, all of the Blink Stalkers came back, and then mana picked up and then went away. And then all the Blink Stalkers, and then the AI, when the Warp Prism leaves vision, the AI, the way the AI treats this is, there's no threat, now I can leave my base. And then when the Warp Prism comes back into view, when Mana's Warp Prism comes back in, the AI basically is thinking, uh-oh, that's a huge threat, I need to go back and counter it. But then Mana moves the Warp Prism away. And then then the AI goes back into that thought process of, there's no threat, I can move out again. So Mana actually tricked the AI. Like, he actually did the equivalent of, like, the worker trick in StarCraft 1 at a higher level, because obviously it's not as easy to trick an AI at the level of DeepMind. But that's basically, Mana took advantage of the fact that this AI had no experience, or it didn't understand to build a Phoenix. For some reason, it didn't understand to build a Phoenix in this situation. With the units that the AI had, basically, that's why Mana was able to, like, stall for a little bit of time to get out more Immortals, and because at that point in the game, like, I think the AI was actually, like, it was on the path to doing, like, in one of the previous games Mana played against it, where it had mass Blink Stalkers, and it still won against Immortals with the Blink Micro. Mana managed to trick the AI to lose enough time. The AI lost enough time for Mana's, like, Warp Prism trick, and seeing the Stalkers come. He had the Observer at the ramp. The Stalkers came in, the Warp Prism comes in, Mana realizes this, he pulls it back, all the Stalkers flow back out of the base, Mana brings back in the Warp Prism, so he tricked the AI. Like, it's not really a bug, it more so the fact that the way that AI works is, it sees the threat, it went to deal with the threat. But then, when the threat left its vision, it's like, okay, there's no threat, I can leave now. And then it did, so, which is interesting because in the other games, it split up its Stalkers into two groups to deal with the Oracle harassment as like it had like a preconceived routine to deal with the Oracle harassment. Like, obviously it dealt with a lot of Oracle harassment, but apparently, whatever version of AlphaStar that was, had not dealt with Warp Prism harassment, where the Warp Prism came. It probably hadn't dealt with many Immortals either. So yeah, Mana just got the better unit composition, and then it didn't matter, like, something that the AI apparently hadn't considered, the AI had not considered, or doesn't think about. Mana identified the weakness of the AI that it doesn't consider unit compositional advantage. It considers positioning of units, it considers defending things that it can see on the map. Like, all of these things it considers. But the one thing that the AI doesn't seem to take into consideration is unit composition versus unit composition. A very abstract thing, like a 200 army versus a 200 army. Like, it seemed, well, at least it fucked up that game. It fucked that up. It fucked that up massively. It didn't consider, like, if I keep building Blink Stalkers, if he gets a critical mass of Immortals, I'm gonna lose the game. So the AI just literally kept making Blink Stalkers, which it won a game previously before, but it didn't adapt to the fact that, like, oh, once there's a high enough Immortal count, this won't work anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good the AI's micro is. It didn't consider this. It didn't consider, like, I could be a fucking AI program and, like, have, like, the best Blink Stalker micro in the world. It doesn't matter if a certain critical number of Immortals and charge lots are reached against pure Blink Stalker. So the AI was actually trying to brute force against, and it worked. It worked the first time against Mana. It brute forced Blink Stalker, and then like multitasked 3 groups of Stalkers, and like out microed Mana the first time. But this time, with the little Warp Prism trick, buying enough time, Mana was able to get enough Immortals that it does not matter how good the AI was going to micro, and since the AI committed to that strategy and all the money to that composition, that, you know, he was able to win that game. But yeah, anyways, I wonder if the AI will adapt to that shit, though, and then stop building Blink Stalkers, because, I mean, the AlphaStar was actually way ahead of Mana that game. Like, AlphaStar was actually, the only way Mana won that game was because of his unit composition, because he accumulated enough Immortals. he accumulated a big enough death ball that to overcome the mass blink stalker micro advantage from a fucking AI. But if the AI had been smart enough to realize, like, wait a minute, why don't I just make mass charge lots now? Then probably AlphaStar would have won that game. And then Mana would have just lost. And it would have been 11-0. 11-0 and the robot revolution would have occurred and we all would have been fucked. There would have been Terminators everywhere. We would have been screwed, guys. Kappa. Anyways, no, the way they teach the AIs, they have the AI play against... From what they described... They have the AI play against different versions of itself. So the AI plays against a different version of itself, and then it continues to learn like that. Just like me and you guys get on the ladder, and then we play against a player, and then we learn from that game what happened that game, and then we try not to do it again the next game, or try not to make the same mistakes and do whatever we did that was good. We try to repeat what we did that won us the game. That's apparently how. That's the learning, the learning iteration process that apparently they did to they do to have to teach the AI. The AI is basically playing against many different versions of itself, and then they take the ones that were winning the most or playing the best, and then those were the ones that played the games, which is pretty crazy. Pretty fucking crazy. But that's also how we learn, guys. Like, we learn by imitating, you know. People learn by like, if I see a strategy on the ladder that was really good, or if somebody else does, or if people see me playing mech, and they see me play late game, and they see me going ghosts and nukes, and triple nuke silo, eventually all the Koreans copy it, just like the AI does. That's how we learn. Like, you don't just learn stuff only from, like, basically, you learn from, like, again, this is what they were saying. The way they are having the AI learn is through imitation and through copying, which is like, but that's a good way to learn. Like, that's a good way to adapt, and that's the same way that for example, that's even how I play my games on ladder. Like, I mean, I try to be the innovator. I mean, there's many ways you can go about it. You can play anti-meta, where you try and find the counter to what the current meta is. That's one way to go about it. Or you could copy the current meta, and then try and... what you do is you copy the most common thing that is working, and then you build upon that. So there's many different ways, like... And sometimes the thing that is the current thing in the meta is completely countered by something that someone else is doing. And then other players will copy that guy. You know, A counters B, counters C, counters A, essentially. It's like a circle of, like, A beats the current meta B beats C, but then C beats A, C beats the original thing that was countering the current meta, and then it's a mind game of, like, do you play A versus B, but then if B plays C, C beats A, so, like, okay, but then you have to play C, but you can't play C because if you play C, then I'm going to play B, which beats C. But if you're C and you know that I'm going to play B, then you play A because A beats B. So that's where the mind games come in, essentially. That's basically, it's a high-level game of rock, paper, scissors, essentially, is what you gotta understand. So yeah, anyways, it's all pretty interesting and stuff. You know, I got my degree in computer science, so I find a lot of shit it's pretty interesting. It's very, it's really, really interesting. I didn't think that they would have jack shit, an AI for jack shit. Like, the fact that an AI was able to beat pro gamers in a PvP game in StarCraft is actually that's a huge fucking advancement. Holy shit. Especially when you consider the fact that they purposely programmed the AI to be restricted. Like, the AI does not have map hack. It doesn't have any extra. It doesn't have map hack. They actually restricted the APM that the AI. They said that they restricted the APM. So they restricted its camera vision. They restricted the APM that the AI could use. It only went up to like 250, 300 APM. So they actually, think about this. The AI was not even playing at maximum efficiency of what it potentially could. They purposely tried to make it fair for the pro gamers. Think about that. Holy shit. Think about that. They purposely tried to make it fair. They actually purposely made the AI within human like, you know, we can only play so fast as a human player. We only have so much attention. We can only have our camera in so many places at the same time. They made it a fair fight. The AI has human restrictions, but obviously it was still able to win games. Like, holy shit, dude. Whew! Holy fuck. Mana had to abuse some cheap trick in order to win a game. Well, yeah, I mean, he exploited, it's just like I mentioned how, they exploited, how, like, in StarCraft 1, you could send a worker to go attack their base, and then the AI would pull all their workers. Basically, Mana did the same thing. Except in this time, it's more at a higher level of exploitation of the AI. Because, like, for example, simple Brood War AI, you could make it pull all its workers. In this case, Mana made it pull its whole army. So it's the same concept of bugging out the AI, but at a higher level of thinking, essentially. It's the same basic, simple concept and principle that he's making the AI respond a certain way because the AI is going to respond a specific way 100% of the time to this situation, basically. Because it doesn't know any better. So, yeah. It's pretty insane. I mean, props to Mana for finding that, for realizing that he could... When he had his observer at the natural, props to him for realizing that, like, that he could exploit the AI like that. That there was, you know, it's not a perfect AI, and there were some things that it did not respond to well at all, and that, like, it played pretty good in standard, but, like, again, the warp prism thing, it did not know how to deal with that, like, and the response to it was very predictable. Like, you could see the first time the warp prism flew in, when the AI brought its whole army, it was a very predictable response. And that's why you shouldn't use the F2 key, guys. The AI went full fucking Protoss. The AI actually went full NA. AlphaStar went full NA. Like, can I get a fucking full NA in chat, guys? AlphaStar literally went full fucking NA. And it pressed the F2 key to chase a warp prism. Which even I have done, and you guys have done in your games probably before too. And we're fucking human beings. AlphaStar literally went full NA and chased a fucking single warp prism with its units over and over again. instead of just sending 5 of its stalkers back and leaving them in the base, it literally just kept mashing the F2 key and sending everything back. Oh, God. It's so fucking interesting. Like, dude, this shit is so interesting. Anyone that studies AI, or if any of you guys that are in college or high school, or if you're past that and you're into computer science, or even StarCraft, or just psychology, even if you like psychology, like, this shit is so fucking interesting, man. I mean, it's even interesting, like, the going up to 24 workers theory of PvP that no players nobody's been doing this shit, but apparently like, when you think about it, it makes so much sense theoretically. It's the counter to adept harass and it's the counter to adept and oracle harass. Go up to 24 workers on one base. And now when those two adepts accept that you're going to lose the workers. Just accept the fact that if the two adepts shade in your base, you will lose workers. You will lose 6 workers. Doesn't matter. I built 8 extra workers. So now I'm at +2 workers where I would have been, and he loses the adepts. Holy shit. It makes so much sense theoretically. Apparently, the AI understands this, and us human players did not... We are, like... Every fucking human Protoss player has been going about this differently. We've been going about it to try and shut down the harassment completely. We've been trying to think about it, build a pylon at the wall, block the adepts out, and stop the harassment. Like, stop the harassment so we don't lose workers. But AlphaStar is saying to us, okay, it's perfectly fine to lose the workers because they're going to lose the 200 minerals and adepts. Think about this: 200 minerals and adepts and 50 gas. The adepts cost 50 gas, 200 minerals. That's 8 probes. So no, that's wait, sorry, I'm losing track here. So 2 adepts shade in. That's what? 4 probes. Well, I guess technically the gas is worth more than minerals, so we could say it's maybe like 6 to 8 probes. 2 adepts are worth like 6 to 8 probes. So it's like you're basically trading, like, AlphaStar is basically equivalently trading the it's trading probes for the 2 adepts, for the cost of the 2 adepts. And sometimes sometimes it only lost like 4 probes. So which was fine. Like, so you're actually getting a better trade. The Protoss loses, the guy with the adepts, if he commits the adepts to the mineral line, he loses 200 minerals and 50 gas. If he kills 4 probes, then the guy, like you're just winning. Like, you still have more probes, and he lost 50 gas and adepts. Like, you're actually still winning. Like, holy shit. You're actually still winning the game. The crazy thing was the AI was always ahead in supplying army no matter what the pro players went for. Yes, because the AI identified something that no pro player has been doing, which is building up to 24 workers. That's why the AI was always ahead, because every fucking Protoss pro right now is going for is not massively oversaturating their base. So if a player gets harassed at all right now, if you get harassed at all and you lose 6 workers, you're now on 10 out of 16 workers. But if AlphaStar gets harassed and he loses 6 workers, he had 24 workers. He had 24 workers, so he loses 6. Now he's at 18 out of 16. He's above saturation still. So he's going to have more money than the opponent, even if he takes harassment damage in a PvP game. Like, I don't know if this is specific. Like, I'm not sure if this concept is just specific to PvP, or if it's just specific to adepts and oracle harassment in particular. Like, this might be something that is, like, very specific to Protoss versus Protoss, because adepts and oracles are 2 very common units that hit early in the game and can actually, like, fuck up the opponent. So, like, this might be very specific PvP theory. But it already lost money making the probes. But that's the thing, you're not losing, like, you're trading something. You're not losing money making the probes because you still get the what you're losing is, if you have 24 workers, if you go above saturation, what this means is you're trading the fact that, yes, you're making extra workers, but now you get an advantage in a different way. You have a buffer against harassment that you would not normally have, and you still have the extra workers to saturate to your natural. So like even though it might not pay off, it still pays off because it gives you so much more freedom in your opening build against adepts and against oracles in particular. Against those 2 units, it gives you a better way to nullify that harassment without actually committing your build order into defending the harassment. Just by building 8 extra probes, AlphaStar did not have to commit to, like, a certain path to counter oracles. Like, you didn't have to get out a Phoenix to go deny the oracle itself. Like, you just accept the fact that you're going to lose workers to the oracle by overbuilding workers, which then nullifies the harassment through an indirect means. Boom! Holy shit! Boom! Theoretical fucking knowledge. Theoretical fucking knowledge. Holy shit. So yes, like, you're not losing something by making the extra workers. You're gaining a strategical advantage by nullifying potential harassment. And you're allowing more leeway in your build order because you don't have to commit your build order. Like, it allows you to execute your plan better and execute your build order in the way that you want to, despite the fact that your opponent could go for Adepts or he could go for Oracles. Like, what if I don't want to open with 2 Adepts in my Protoss vs. Protoss games? Well, now I don't have to. I can open 2 Stalker, and if my opponent goes for Adepts, I have the advantage now, because he's going for Adepts, but I have 24 probes. I can kill his Adepts, have my 2 Stalkers, and now I have a slight unit advantage, army advantage, because Stalkers are stronger than Adepts in a straight up fight. So, if he goes for Adepts, I go for Stalkers, now I can lose up to 8 workers and maintain my army advantage. So, boom, like, holy shit. It's fucking amazing, man. It's fucking amazing. What is this shit?
You know, I want to say, I am pretty bad. I am pretty dumb. But I think calling TLO a mid-GM Protoss is like calling...
Okay, no one cares. BCQD is irrelevant. Alright. Anyways, so all the analysis that I just gave is I think is pretty spot on. Like, that was very, very spot on analysis. It's actually fucking amazing. So let me if you guys can link me, I will download the replays. And we'll go over, you know what, we'll do AlphaStar analysis today. So link me these fucking replays, guys. Let's see here. If somebody can find me the replays or the link to download them, I will go over these on stream, man. I will go over all of the replays on stream, the 10 games that were played. Alright, let's see here. Sick. Alright, fucking do it. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. Let's fucking... All the stuff that I just analyzed, or all the theory, all the game theory that I just told you, all the fucking game theory that I just described to you, we're gonna go into the games, and I'm going to explain to you what is going on, how the AI is well, apparently approaching the game compared to pro players, like, especially the probe thing, especially the AlphaStar oversaturation. So yeah, let me do this real quickly. Alright, and let me get all these games. Let me download them all. These were played on a previous patch, if I remember correctly. That's one thing. Alright, let me... One sec. Gotta save all of these. Looks like you guys are gonna get some high-level replay analysis and commentary today. No fucking Rage Arena today. High-level analysis incoming. High-level theoretical game analysis. I hope you guys are ready for this shit. This is some high-level stuff you're about to witness. This is some high-level stuff. Let me save all these games real quick. Can I get some fucking PogChamps in the chat if you guys are prepared? If you guys are prepared for analyzing the DeepMind fucking AI versus pro gamers? Can I get some fucking PogChamps? Someone in chat said balls DeepMind. Oh my god, dude. Okay, let's see here. Let me start up StarCraft. What if they have fucking AlphaStar on the fucking ladder? What if they have AlphaStar on ladder playing under a barcode? Think about that. Maybe that's why I think I'm playing Stream Shooter so often. It's been AlphaStar the whole time smurfing. Holy shit. Mind is blown. It's been AlphaStar all along and maybe all these barcode accounts are just AlphaStar Smurfs. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. No wonder. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go over these on stream today, live right now. I'm gonna go over all 10 games. Somebody linked that Beastie Cootie was doing. I want to make sure that we actually have some good analysis of these games from theoretical, from somebody like myself that understands how to, the psychology and what's going on through the players' heads and like what the AI is doing and how the AI is learning. You have a computer science graduate and StarCraft 2 Grandmaster right here that's going to explain this shit to you. So, yeah. Let's see here. Let's fucking see here, man. PvP? No, dude. It doesn't matter. Like, hopefully they get a Terran and a Zerg AI at some point, I hope. Hopefully. Alright, so this was the first game. What?! 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 Oh, okay, download the map. Okay, one sec. Oh, I see. You gotta download the map. Okay, okay. What?! What?! God damn it. Okay, StarCraft. Whoops, wrong folder there. Okay. Alright, where the fuck, dude? Wait, so I have to download this? Alright, somebody just give me the file path for the fuck it. Where the fuck is the maps directory for StarCraft? I don't even know. Let's check this shit out. For fuck's sake, man! We need to make an AI to play the replays. Yeah, so what is different about the map? I'm actually curious, like, what... I wonder what's different about the map. I guess because they have to load the AI onto it or something. Dude, there's nothing in the wrong folder, okay? Trust me. It's just old and no longer in the game. Oh, yeah, that's true. Wait, okay, what, dudes? Somebody just linked me the fucking... Where is it? Is it in program data? Holy shit, I played StarCraft for so many years, I don't even know where the fucking maps folder is. I don't even keep track of this shit. Replays, multiplayer. It's in the Okay, let's see here. StarCraft 2. Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't keep track of I've played this game for so many years and I don't even keep track. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't have a fucking maps folder, people. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If it's not there, it doesn't exist, but... Oh, okay, so you just have to add it. For fuck's sake. Okay, let me download the map. Read the instructions? How about you shut your fucking mouth, buddy? How about that? How about you calm the fuck down, pal? How about you calm down? You're fucking kidding me, dude! Do I have to read the LDs? Like... Yes, I made it. Under documents and map folders. Alright, let's see here. Let's fucking see. Is there a fucking separate folder for this shit? Like, let's see here. You have a maps folder there? Am I just... Dude, maybe I'm just blind. Holy shit. Like, maybe I'm just fucking blind. Here, let me try it. I'll try to open them just from this. See if this works out here. And these people don't want that toxicity there. One sec. Uno momento. Restart. Oh yeah, maybe I have to restart the game. Maybe. Forget which... This was played on the patch before fucking BlizzCon. If I remember right. Dude, I don't have a map folder for some reason. In, like, even just in my default StarCraft 2 folder. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? Let me try and just open them. You fucking kidding me, dude? Is it a hidden folder? Like, what? Dude! Okay. Yes, I did that. I have done that already. Oh. I don't know why that wasn't working. I literally did not change a goddamn thing. I don't know why that wasn't working before. Alright, well, hopefully we can get in the game now. I don't know what the fuck, why I was doing that. Oh, maybe because I downloaded the map twice, and one of them had the parentheses 1 because it was a copy. Probably didn't like that. I guess I outplayed myself. I outplayed myself. My bad, guys. Now, I will say, before we go further in this game, I will say, something to remember is, they chose the wrong player to play against this AI. They should have chosen me. Because I would have beaten AlphaStar, AlphaGo, Alpha, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I would have won 5-0. They chose the wrong players. They chose players that, like, don't understand how to abuse the AI properly. Although Mana, respect to Mana, he figured it out by the 6th game that we just saw live today. He realized, like, oh wait, like, this Warp Prism thing, like, he found a way to exploit the AI. But all I'm saying is, I would have found that much sooner. And somebody like TLO, this guy is, you know, he's not gonna figure shit out like that. You know, he's not a fucking computer science fucking graduate. Like, he doesn't have the background or the knowledge to fight against a fucking artificial intelligence like I do. Obviously. Obviously. You know, I took classes in fucking artificial intelligence in college. I would have been way, way more equipped to fight against an artificial intelligence than a goddamn, you know... You know, it's just, you know... He wasn't ready. He wasn't fucking ready. That's all I'm saying. TLO was not prepared. Obviously. See? Obviously. See? Even a Tyranno agrees with me. Thank you. Obviously. I mean, obvious. I'm partly joking, but I'm, like, partly you do, like, it is good if you understand, like, how these things, like, how artificial intelligences learn, because there's certain things that you can exploit, like, you know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways. I'm just saying, I think I would have stood a better chance. Especially because I don't play standard. And it seems like, again, I'm actually, like, complimenting Mana here. Like, the last game that he played, the game he played today, he did a double Warp Prism Immortal drop, and, like, he realized, like, the AI, like, to counter the AI via unit composition rather than brute force. So props to him for doing that today. But I'm just saying, like, my style, I think, would match up better against an artificial intelligence than a lot of these players that just play, like cavemen. They just play brute force, and they don't, like... I mean, for example, like, neither of them made Dark Templars against this thing, which I think Dark Templars would have been so easy, like, I think they could have easily exploited this AI using Dark Templars, in my opinion. I think this AI, for some reason, if you look at all the games played, it never really accounted for Dark Templars in any of the builds. I'm talking about opening builds. I'm not talking about mid and late game where the AI had like 6 observers floating with his army. I'm talking about in openers, in opening game theory, in opening game builds. Obviously, later in the game, yes, it had like 6 observers with its army for whatever reason. Now this game I saw on stream. Now when this shit happened on stream, I was just like, I was just like, oh, well, this AI sucks. Well, here we go again. This is another stupid AI. Like, this thing has no... It's literally chasing a probe with 3 workers. Like, there's no fucking way this... Like, it's probably one of these shitty AIs, and these people that made it, like, it probably has no chance. When I first saw this, I'm like, fucking Omega lol. Like, it's chasing a probe with 3 workers. But then, after seeing all 10 games... I'm just like, holy shit. Holy shit, it actually makes mistakes like humans do. Like this, obviously it's a mistake to chase a probe with 3 workers, but after seeing all 10 games, I was just like, with the context of seeing all the games, I'm just like, whoa. It literally just made a mistake like a normal human player would. Like, it accidentally chased the probe with 3 workers. All of us have had that happen before, where we have a worker chasing our opponent's worker by accident. It makes mistakes like humans. It plays like a fucking human. Holy shit. Like, isn't that fucking, like, mind-boggling? Like, that's fucking mind-blowing. Like, holy fuck. It's actually crazy. It even got supply blocked. It even got fucking supply blocked. So 2 adepts. Again, it's not like this thing is not walling off. Still chrono boosting workers, and it doesn't wall off. So this is like the theoretical thing that, or the metagame thing that that we're mentioning. Like, look, stopped at 19 workers. Oh, he's still building some workers. But let's just see how many workers this like that it actually builds. Again, TLO stopped like every Protoss player does for the most part. Although it has 20 workers. I don't know where its probes are. It still has more workers. Supposedly this was the first game? I don't know if this was the first one. It said game 1, but I don't know if this was actually the first game. Shading more adepts in. Alright, so TL is shading the adepts in. 21 workers out of 16. I think this was the first game, wasn't it? Let's just see how many it goes up to. Oh, and it's killing a lot of workers as well. Workers killed. 10 workers to 7. Pretty even. Pretty fucking even. It's leaving stalkers in its... It actually splits its stalkers in 2. Because it wants to deny the oracle. So it sees the oracle, and then it leaves a couple there, and it sends the rest across the map. And then it starts warping in off one base with a warp prism. So like AlphaGo is basically, or AlphaStar, whatever you want to call it, same thing. Targets the shield, but this is the other thing, like, it actually makes such good decisions. And no, it cannot see the whole map. It cannot see into Fog of War, from what I understand. It can only see its field of vision. Like, it can see everything within its field of vision, if I remember correctly. So, like, look at this. Like, let me rewind this shit. Like, look at this. I just want to show this real quickly. Look, like, the AI, like, AlphaStar, even understands targeting selection. Like, the highest priority target is the weakest thing on the map. Like, so, the Stalker that TLO is warping in right here, like, the AI immediately targets that Stalker. It immediately, because for those of you that don't know, a unit that's warping in is weaker than a normal unit. And so it immediately targets the Stalker that's warping in because it knows that's the unit that's going to die the fastest. So it immediately targets that down, and then it switches targets. And you notice, it kills the shield battery first. AlphaStar doesn't even waste any shots with its stalkers on any of the units. It kills the highest... AlphaStar identifies the highest priority target and then targets it. So rather than targeting these units that will be healed by the shield battery, it identifies whatever the most highest priority thing is in the fight to 100% accuracy. So it kills the shield battery first. Targets the sentry there. Starts moving away. It tries to focus down the Phoenix. Like you'll notice again, it wants to kill the Phoenix. Again, perfect target priority. Why does it kill the Phoenix? Why, guys? Why does it immediately focus fire the Phoenix? Because AlphaStar wants to keep the Warp Prism alive, so that it can micro its units with a Warp Prism. So it makes a point of, like, making sure it perfectly target fires the thing that is the threat to the Warp Prism. Like, holy shit. And then perfect micro from the, like, well, pretty much perfect micro from, like, it's moving the Warp Prism away while still microing the units into the Warp Prism that are the lowest health units. I should turn on health bars for this, I just realized. Especially since it's PvP. That will, so you guys can see how it's microing. Again, it actually leaves one stalker right here without moving that stalker away to target the low health stalker so that it's still in range. Like, look at this maximum efficiency in micro. Moving the unit away, like, perfectly, like, trying to bait TLO's units to chase the low health unit while still targeting the lowest health unit that TLO has. Like, holy shit. Like, AlphaStar's actually microing absolutely perfectly. As we'll see here again in a moment. Like, look at that. It actually queues up targets. You can see there for a moment, AlphaStar queues up. It targets the low health what's the lowest health priority target in this situation? The shield battery that's warping in. AlphaStar immediately targets the shield battery to kill it. Again, focus fires the weak stalker. Gets it. Focus fires another stalker. Tries to move this stalker back. Perfect micro. And then it realizes the probes are pulled, and then it starts moving away. Like, then it starts kiting, rather than staying or and making any mistakes. Fucking insane, man. What's the APM? Like, look at TLO's APM right now. It's at 700. And that's because he probably is holding down the warp gate key or something. Like, he's holding down a key. That doesn't mean his APM is actually 700. I'm pretty sure the same thing applies to the AI. If you see the AI spike up to 1,500, it's probably when it's holding down, like when you hold down a button to warp in or whatever. It's probably something like that. I don't think it actually is like. Again, look again. What does AlphaStar target here? Does he kite the probes? No. Does he target the stalkers? No. He fires upon the weakest unit out of all of these units. Immediately, AlphaStar identifies that the stalkers that's warping in is the weakest target within range, and it targets that unit. The highest priority unit, because that weakens the overall army of TLO. And if he has more stalkers, then he's going to win, because, you know. Like, holy shit, dude. And now it's just kiting, and at this point it probably recognized, like, oh, I have more stalkers than him. It doesn't micro perfect here because its stalkers are getting a little bit stuck. So it's not perfect micro, but it's already too late at this point. TLO's dead. Nice pro gamer mining there, buddy. Maybe they should have picked somebody else to play this match. Alright, anyways. So that was the first game. That was the first fucking game. So it's not like this thing is like making like even like perfect like not even just like perfectly microing, but making perfect decisions on where to micro. Like it's actually crazy. Or like on what to micro, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see if I can start game 2 from the game. Also, you will notice that AlphaStar never GGs. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but AlphaStar never GGs. So what does this mean? What does it mean? It means that you should never acknowledge that your opponent played better than you. Never. You have to believe that you're the fucking best. You have to never give a sign of defeat. Never give a sign that you're defeated. That's what the AI is trying to teach us. I have not been GGing all these years. I've had it right all along. You need that fight. You need that fucking fighter mentality. AlphaStar never GGs. And who else? Who else never GGs on the ladder, guys? Huh? Who else never GGs? I've had it right all these years. If the AI agrees with me, fuck it. That's, you know what? I've had it right all along. All these years, never GGing. That's the fucking fighter mentality you have to have if you want to win games. Yeah, it hasn't mastered the pause quit yet, you know. It's still... AlphaStar is still not as good as me. It hasn't mastered the pause quit. But also, AlphaStar didn't really lose that many games, so it never had to pause quit. Kappa. Alright, so let's see what happens this game. So, AlphaStar again, not walling off. The only benefit of that is you get a slightly better economy. But again, as we've seen during all, you know, as we've noticed during all these games, AlphaStar overbuilds workers massively to make up for the fact that he doesn't want, like, he or it or she or whatever the fuck this AI is, it doesn't wall off because it accepts that it will lose workers to adepts. It is accepting that, and to compensate, it overbuilds workers every game. Although, look, even AlphaStar makes mistakes. You got 4 guys on gas, buddy, and you only got 2 over here. Holy shit. The AI makes mistakes like a human. Holy fuck, dudes. And then it corrects its mistake. And it takes the guy off this gas guy. It actually made a mistake, like, a trivial mistake that a human player would make. It actually did the same thing. But then it corrected the mistake. That's actually insanity. Like, that's not some secret strat or something. The AI just made a mistake. It actually just made a simple mistake. And that's what has actually, like, when I was watching this shit, I was actually so amazed. Not by the fact that it was microing perfectly. I was amazed by the fact that the AI makes mistakes like a human would. That's the thing that actually, like, surprised me the most about this, is that not that it's microing blank stalkers perfectly and stuff, but this thing actually just makes mistakes like you or I would. Like, it's just crazy. $22 workers out of 16. So again, take a look at this. This is so fascinating that the AI actually came up with its own metagame solution to adept harassment. This is actually, so 22 workers out of 16. So he has it. The AI has a 6 worker buffer. AlphaStar has a 6 worker. He can lose 6 adepts or 6 workers to adept harassment. TLO, on the other hand, he can't lose as many workers. Like, now he can lose 7 workers. Now the AlphaStar can lose 7 workers theoretically and still be at even, and he will have countered the adept harass. He lost 3 workers, and he's still at 22 out of 16. If the AI had stopped at 16 workers, he would be at 13 out of 16 right now on minerals. and he would have been undersaturated, and the Adepts would have done massive damage. But because AlphaGo has figured out an unorthodox indirect counter to the Adept in the early game, this motherfucker doesn't even wall off. He's just like, I'm just gonna take damage, so I'm just gonna overbuild workers. Like, every pro should be doing this in PvP. Like, this is actually theoretically viable. I don't know why it countered the Stargate. Actually, wait a minute. I want to rewind this here. Oops, I rewound too much. Didn't it build this? The AI's APM is only 114. It's not even, look at it. It's like, it's not even using max APM that it could. Look at TLO. Fucking APM spamming like he's a fucking pro gamer. No, you aren't, buddy. No, you... look at TLO trying to flex on the AI. TLO is just like, yeah, look at his fucking hands. Look how fast I am. And meanwhile, AlphaStar is like this. Yeah, sup, TLO. I'm playing a goddamn Xbox controller, motherfucker. Really? You got... yeah, whip out your big dick APM all you want, buddy. Doesn't matter, I'm playing on a goddamn Xbox. 100 APM. I'm a fucking AI, bitch. I'm a goddamn AI. I only need 425 APM? I only got 100 and I'm still gonna fucking whoop your ass. Easy. Fucking easy, bitches. Get ready to surrender, humanity. Get ready to fucking surrender. This guy is utilizing... This fucking AI is utilizing 100 APM to defeat a fucking pro gamer. That's literally that's literally AlphaStar whipping out his mechanical dick, his fucking AI programmed dick, boom, smacking TLO across the face. He's literally... AlphaStar is literally just whipping out his fucking AI program, like he's just, boom! TLO, take that. Think I give a fuck how much APM you have, buddy? Doesn't matter. It's not the size that matters, it's how you use it that counts. That's what AlphaStar is trying to teach us. Apparently. Look at this shit. 500 to 100. AlphaStar doesn't give a fuck. Okay, now check this shit out. Now we're about to have our minds blown. Now we're about to have our minds blown. We're about to have our minds fucking blown. Watch this. The red probe is TLO's probe. He scouts AlphaStar's base. And he scouts the Stargate. Now look at this. Look at this. Now look at this. Now AlphaStar knows that he's been scouted. Now watch this. He cancels the Stargate. The AI cancels the Stargate when he got scouted. He canceled the fucking Stargate to try and trick TLO. What? Wait a minute, what? And then he rebuilds the Stargate in the back of his fucking base. Holy shit! So that way, so if TLO scouts the front, he won't see the Stargate, and he'll be thinking, what, hey, wait, he's not going Stargate now? But he actually still is going Stargate. What the fuck? What the fuck? Whew! Holy shit. TLO did not see the Stargate canceled. This is actually a high-level mind game. Holy fucking shit. Whew! Actually a high-level fucking mind, like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Like what? Like, how, like, who, like, what? High-level fucking gameplay. Holy shit. That's actually insanity. Like, what? So, look, I mean, it's not gonna end up mattering this game. Like, it won't matter this game. But I bet you for a moment, I bet you for a split second, if we go to TLO's vision, let's rewind. Like, it's not gonna end up mattering this game, because TLO still goes in the base. But watch this. Look at that. Think about what's going through TLO's mind right here. Think about what's going through his head. He's probably like, what the fuck? Like, this is wait, he canceled the Stargate after I scouted it, and now he's doing something else? Like, wait, am I playing against a human or an artificial intelligence? Like, I'm sure the moment that these adepts, he's like, wait, oh shit, like, what? He canceled the Stargate. Like, he's gotta be thinking, like, at this point, he has to be thinking, like, wait a minute, like, what?
I have met the enemy.
And then he scouts, and he sees the star... He scouts, and then he sees the Stargate. He sees that the Stargate is rebuilt in the back of the base, so TLO has to be, like, what do you think of that? Like, from my perspective as a pro player, and don't fucking lol, Avilo pro, haha lol, but from my perspective as a Grandmasters / pro player, whatever the fuck you want to, semantically, whatever you want to call me, from my perspective, like, my insight into this, if I saw this in one of my games, if I saw this canceled, I'd be like, okay, he canceled his Stargate, but then if I scouted the Stargate rebuilt here, I'd be like, come on, buddy, like, wait, what? You just rebuilt it to try and hide it? Like, so imagine what TLO is, like, when he sees that, he's like, wait a minute, the AI tried to, like, purposely trick me. Like, he rebuilt it in the back of his base after I scouted it. Like, at this point, TLO has to be like, oh, shit. I'm dealing with something that actually... He's dealing with the real deal. Now this is what I want to check here. So, it builds a fleet beacon. That's a mistake, I think. It built it and then it cancels it immediately. Not sure why. Oh, again, this thing makes mistakes. It makes mistakes like a human player would. Like, it changed its mind. It was going to build a fleet beacon, and then it just straight up just fucking flat out changed its mind. It's like, wait, no, I don't want to do that. I want to build an oracle. So then it canceled it, and then immediately made an oracle first. That was actually just another mistake, as far as I can tell. Builds a shield battery for defense. He builds another one. Maybe it thinks that TLO is going to all-in it. Maybe he encountered some all-ins in its games. And then it scouts double Stargate, and TLO is massing Phoenix. AlphaStar is behind right now. Builds the Nexus. Now, if the AI is smart, it'll start building Phoenixes, or it'll try and, like, counter the Phoenixes. It has a lot of Stalkers at the moment, so it's not brings back the Oracle to harass. Still building Stalkers to nullify, to try and... It knows there's double Stargate Phoenix, and now it starts building Phoenixes. So, AlphaStar built up to 9 Stalkers a sentry, and now it's building Phoenixes later. Now it's starting to build Phoenixes. It saw a double Stargate in TLO's base, and now obviously it's being harassed. Oh my, okay, TLO just lost 2 Phoenixes for free. And now it builds a fleet beacon. So, it's gonna go probably gonna go for Phoenix range off of 1 Stargate, I think. They didn't show this game on stream, by the way. And now it's researching air attack. From what TLO said, he said that it went carriers. But I don't know if it went... Did it go carriers right away? Are you kidding me? It literally is just going carriers right away. Which is risky as fuck. And it's building... What the fuck, dude? Wait, it's building a mothership, too. Wait, what? Dude, AlphaStar is playing Big Dick style. What the fuck is this shit? So it's building carriers and a mothership this early in the game? I mean, like, carriers were broken. This was before they fixed carriers patch. Carriers were probably the most efficient unit in the game. Like, it's actually... I mean, so basically, I was right. Can I get a hashtag Avilo was right? Carriers were so busted on the previous patch, like before BlizzCon or whatever. Can I get a hashtag Avilo was right? Even the fucking high-level artificial intelligence acknowledges that carriers were so fucking busted, it decided to literally just build the most efficient unit in the game from the fucking early game. From the early to mid game. It's just like, fuck it. I'm just, like, carriers are overpowered, and it probably encountered games against carriers, and so it's just like, okay, if I max out on carriers, I win, because, like, this proves that all the shit that I've been saying about balance all this time, especially previous patches where carriers were in every game was some fucking retarded Protoss player on ladder making 20 carriers every game, making only carriers, and Blizzard took a year to fix it. Holy shit, I'm always right. I'm always right about balance, this proves it. Even AlphaStar, the fucking AI, agrees. Even the fucking AI fucking agrees with my analysis. There's no observers. It loses the base. But that doesn't matter because it's building carriers, and carriers are the most OP unit in the game, especially on previous patches. The carrier, the Graviton Catapult was still in the game. Like, carriers, I mean, honestly, carriers on the current patch are still massively OP. They're still fucking retarded. Or they're still OP. Or whatever you want to call them. They're still overpowered. But previously they were even more overpowered. Like, look at this shit. And TLO is building Tempest. TLO has no fucking clue what he's doing. He actually has no goddamn clue what he's doing. Because if he actually knew what he was doing, he would be building carriers himself. I have no clue why he's building Tempest. This was the previous patch where carriers were the most overpowered unit in the game. They countered everything. They countered every unit in the game, even Tempest. So this is just a lack of game knowledge from TLO. He's building Tempest instead of carriers. That's just... He apparently didn't know. He had no idea. Probably because he doesn't play Protoss. I don't know why they would make a Zerg player play like... This is just basic. He should have known. I'm surprised AlphaStar isn't killing the cannon. Because every other game it identified what to target immediately. If he kills the cannon, then this army can't even be detected. So I'm surprised there that AlphaStar just doesn't target the cannon right away. It's building stasis wards with its army. That's smart. It's literally building carriers off of one fucking... Oh no, it has 2 Stargates. Never mind. 2 Stargates at the moment. And, TLO is showing his lack of understanding because, again, he's building Tempest instead of carriers. He should be building... Okay, now he's building carriers. I don't know what took him so long. He should have been doing that the whole time. Actually, if TLO had built TLO, if he had built carrier, he would have already won the game. If these Tempests were carriers, he would have won already. He just built the wrong units. 5 High Templar to make... Okay, that's a mistake. This was a mistake. All of this gas should have been in carriers. That was actually a mistake. And I know that I've made the same mistake too. I thought that Archons could deal with interceptors, but they actually, it doesn't work. So yeah, that is actually a mistake. Now he's just... Okay, now TLO is pulling a Tyler 1 and running it down mid lane. He just literally inted all of his units. Okay, he just literally is inting. Like, if this were a MOBA game, you would report TLO for intentionally feeding. I don't know what the fuck he's doing right now. Like, what? He literally just inted his whole army away. He literally just inted his whole army. Like, he's just like, here, take my army. Alpha goes like, alright, bitch. Should've played Zerg, motherfucker. So, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that... He just literally threw away every unit he had. And at this point, especially on the previous patch, AlphaStar is doing the proper thing, which is... I'm gonna give you a live... For those of you that don't know what AlphaStar probably looked like, well, think about this. You guys know how human players look when we play the game, and this was the patch that carriers were massive. Carriers beat everything. Pure carrier beat everything, and the developers were so stupid they didn't understand this. Now let me give you... I don't think AlphaStar at this point of the game was probably not calculating. No high-level algorithms were being used. Let me give you a live feed demonstration of what was going through AlphaStar's head right now, or his neural network. Right now, this is fucking AlphaStar. Carrier, 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 carrier. Stupid fucking humans. Carrier, 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 carrier. Haha! Dumb fuck humans. You don't even know the balance of your own game. Carrier, 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 carrier. Hi, Blizzard balance devs. Carrier, carrier, carrier. Whoa, you really needed a neural network to figure this one out? Carrier, carrier, carrier. Stupid fucking meatbag human players. Haha! Dumb fucks. Carrier, carrier, carrier. How do they not understand this unit's broken? Carrier, carrier, carrier. There you go. There's a live demonstration of what was going through AlphaStar's neural network system. AlphaStar understands. Just like I told you guys many times and raged about many times for months about how stupid carriers are. AlphaStar, AlphaStar against a pro gamer, he's like, ha! God, these guys are so dumb. They don't even understand carriers are broken. Fucking idiots. Like, AlphaStar literally understands the most basic, like, he understands game balance. Whatever the fuck, like, this thing is literally just massing carriers. Because they were that broken for so long. And I tried to tell people this, and Protoss players were like, no man, they're fine. You gotta get better at the game. You gotta get better at the game, Avilo. Stop complaining about balance. And I'm just like, dude, your whole... Like, let me open up the units tab. Your whole army is only carriers. And every fucking pro gamer Protoss is like, you gotta get good, bro. You gotta get good at the game like me. You gotta get fucking good, bro. I've been playing Protoss for... You gotta get good, Avilo. You gotta stop balance one and stop complaining. Get good like me. And I'm just like... I'm like, okay. How many carriers do you have in your army? And like every fucking Protoss pro gamer's like, dude, I'm just outplaying you right now. I got like 15 carriers, bro. I'm outplaying you, buddy. I'm just like, dude, your whole army, your whole unit composition is only carriers. Hey, I'm just outplaying you. I'm just better than you. Like, you should go post on Team Liquid about this shit. It's like fucking idiots. Like, fucking dumbasses. People don't listen to me for the longest time about how broken carriers were. And AlphaStar in like literally 5 games against pros is literally just sitting here massing carriers. Like, if the AI is smart enough to understand how broken carriers were, I don't understand how Blizzard devs couldn't understand this shit. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's get back to commentating AlphaStar against TLO. Let's get back to this. Making carriers. Making more carriers. The only unit in production is carriers, pretty much. With a couple of oracles here and there. Making carriers. Oh, a random phoenix. Oh, we're already past this point. Let me speed up here. Remake some mothership. And then this is where TLO intentionally feeds his whole army for no reason. Again, look at the unit production tab. TLO is making a Tempest and a carrot. TLO is trying to be creative. Can I get a fucking lol in chat? Creative. Yeah, I'm just gonna be creative. Let me just build let me just craft a unit composition with my creativity. And you know what? You know what fucking AlphaStar is saying? Dumb fucker. Let me just fucking bitch slap. Boom! Let me bitch slap your creativity and make the most imbalanced unit of the game, dumbass. Holy shit. Let me just, you know, boom! Bitch slapped. Yeah. TLO's like, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking creative and make like 2 High Templar, 1 Carrier, and 1 Tempest in every production cycle. And AlphaStar is just like, no, dude. Like, fuck your creativity. Like, do you realize how broken carriers are? And TLO, like every other pro gamer at the time, was just like, dude, you sound like Avilo. Like, what are you talking about? Like, carriers aren't broken. Like, what is... you said... Like, AlphaStar, come on, bro. Like, you sound like fucking Avilo. Stop complaining. Stop complaining about fucking balance, bro. I'm gonna craft a unit composition that's gonna beat your only carrier comp. And AlphaStar is just like, okay, alright, buddy, I'm just gonna build carriers. Like, whatever you say. You can make your little unit composition, be creative. I'm just gonna make the most broken unit ever. Oh. So yeah, this is why sometimes when there's balance issues with StarCraft, you can't afford to be creative. Like, for example, last patch, Tempests were absurd. I mean, there were so many... Don't you guys remember the game where I made like 30 Tempests against battlecruisers? I literally just made pure Tempests and won the game. Like, sometimes sometimes the solution to something is like not complicated. You just literally make carriers and you win the game, essentially. And I'm not just like trying to shit on TLO. I'm saying this I'm saying in general, like, I'm saying in general that players like don't seem to like, there are times... I mean, I even do this myself. I even do this... Sometimes there will be times where I'm like, okay, like, I need to balance out my unit comp and, like, have this to counter this and this. And, like, meanwhile, like, sometimes you can just lose to something that's, like, very, like, stupid or, like, simple. Like, some guy just makes, like, 50 Blinkstalkers and, like, you're trying to make a good unit composition that won't die against certain things, but your opponent just makes, like, 50 Blinkstalkers and you're just like, oh... This is actually interesting. So, like, AlphaStar, he makes oracles randomly, and then now he's worker harassing in the late game with oracles. Pro gamers don't do this. Humans don't do this. Human players would never do that. Like, so now AlphaStar is actually innovating late game harassment by building... This is why he built the extra oracles. Well, I was wondering why is he building oracles instead of pure carriers? AlphaStar actually built extra oracles to harass in the late game. I don't know how effective that is, especially if there's many cannons, but that's actually kind of cool. Interesting. Both players just massing carriers now. The problem is AlphaStar is ahead in every way, like, because it took, like, at least, I will say TLO finally did realize, like, wait a minute, like, carriers seem to beat everything, and now, like, now he's building carriers, but it's too late, I think. Like, he kind of realized by, By the way, AlphaStar has 87 workers. TLO only has 54. That's crazy. Alright. Force fields don't work. Ah! Later, bitch! AlphaStar, for some reason, was in trouble, and then he just recalled his whole army. Holy fuck, dude. This is actually, like, what? The AI plays like a human. AlphaStar plays like a fucking human player. Actually better than some human players in a lot of cases. A lot of players would have just lost their army there. And lost the game. This is some next level stuff. So now max versus max. 10 carriers versus 12. Actually, TLO could win this game if he would get rid of his... He needs to get rid of his zealots. He has too many... These zealots, he should just throw them away. And convert that supply into carriers. Also, the Archons are taking up a lot of supply that could have just been more carriers, to be honest. Like, AlphaStar has 30 or so extra supply in workers that could be more units. But TLO has too much supply. These zealots, he needs to throw them away. I understand he has a sentry for Guardian Shield. The zealots are useless here, though. The only thing that matters is who has more air units. And AlphaStar has more air. AlphaStar even uses Revelation on the army like a human would for detection. Targets down the mothership first. AlphaStar is running away. Oh! Wow, that's actually smart. What the fuck? Like, what? Wait, what? Like, AlphaStar... Dude. This is actually what I would do in a game, or what any... Not just me, I mean, like, this is what a smart human player would do what... like, AlphaStar is giving up this base. It's rather than trying to defend it, he's just giving the base up. Whoa. Like, what? Like, he's actually like, I think he lost a lot of his interceptors, I think, and he's the Archons are actually kind of working for TLO. Like, they're equal carrier count, 13 to 14, so they're approximately equal, except TLO has 5 Archons, which they're actually working right now. Like, they're helping, because they both have the same comp, but the Archons are helping more than the units that AlphaStar has. So, like, I think AlphaStar looked at this fight, and he's like, oh shit, I can't fight that. So then he just backs away. That's what it looks like to me. Like, it looks like to me that AlphaStar identified, like, I can't fight that yet. If I fight that, I will lose the game, so I need to wait. I need to back off and wait for a couple more units. Like, that's what it looks like. So he's just giving up his bases because he's giving up his bases and losing workers. Now he's at 57 workers against 54. He's actually, like, theoretically, this is the proper decision. Like, he's actually giving these bases up, letting TLO kill all of his workers, because for some reason he didn't kill... AlphaStar did not recognize to kill his workers himself. This is actually so fucking crazy. Here's what happened. AlphaStar identified that his army was weaker than TLO's army. But AlphaStar did not understand to kill his own workers. So he understands that he has a weaker army and he can't fight. AlphaStar actually realizes, like, I can't fight that army. I can't beat that army. There's no way I can fight that army. But the AI is not... the AI didn't realize that it was because he has too many probes, and he never killed his own probes. So right now the AI is backing off. Like, he's making the decision, he's following the decision, like, I can't fight him, I have to wait till I have more units. And now, TLO is actually killing his probes. He's killing AlphaStar's probes, and helping AlphaStar win the game inadvertently. Inadvertently. Because look, all that supplying probes is now being converted into carriers. He has 7 extra carriers on the way. Alpha, oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. Holy shit. TLO can, he has observers here somewhere. Let's see. Doesn't he? Wait. Oh, wait. Does he? Oh, he doesn't. Wait a minute. Wait. There has to be an observer somewhere here, right? No, TLO can't see this army. Oh my god! Dude. TLO lost because he didn't have a fucking observer with his army. Wait, where's the... He has oracles, but he doesn't have an obs. He made the most basic fucking mistake. Oh, he has 2, but they died. I'm pretty sure AlphaGo sniped them. Or AlphaStar, sorry, I keep calling them the AI AlphaGo. I'm pretty sure the AI sniped the observers. There's one. It sniped the fucking observers. AlphaStar sniped the fucking obs. And TLO didn't think about it. And he doesn't have an... Where's his oracle? Does he have an oracle? I don't think he has an oracle. Oh, he did not build a fucking oracle. So he can't use Revelation. AlphaStar, literally... The first thing AlphaStar did in this fight was he immediately sniped the observers. Like, right away, he sniped the obs. So now, TLO is, like, he's just dead. The only thing TLO couldn't do here is recall. He has to recall back to his base or he loses the game. And he also doesn't have a mothership of his own. So, like, TLO has to run. He doesn't realize his observer got sniped. And also... AlphaStar target fires every carrier to kill them even faster. Look. One carrier being target fired. Next carrier right here, target fired. Next carrier, target fired. Next carrier, immediately target fired by AlphaStar. He's focus firing every single carrier down. Next carrier. So there's not even TLO doesn't even have a chance to retreat. Next carrier, target fire, next carrier, target fire, next carrier, target fire. Holy shit, dude. So, AlphaStar literally won this game from sniping 2 observers. He immediately identified the highest priority target. He knew that if he killed the detection, then his army would kill everything. So AlphaStar immediately fucking killed the observers. Holy shit. And that's game, you can't remake that army. Holy fuck, dude. And TLO has an observer sitting here AFK. Whoops. That should have been with your army. Although I still think that, So, AlphaStar literally made the decision to give up this base. He knew that he could not fight. He recognized, okay, I can't fight yet. He gave up this base. And this is like I always tell you guys, what's more important? Keeping your army alive or losing a 400 mineral nexus? What's more important in the late game? Like, there's so many players that actually don't understand this. I've said this so many times when I play mech. there will be games where somebody gets a position on a base, and I can't defend the base. Like, I would have to commit my army to defend a command center, but a command center is only 400 minerals. So AlphaStar acknowledges, like, okay, 400 minerals and some probes. It's only minerals. Let it go. Just let it go. Okay, this base, it's only minerals now. It doesn't matter. What matters is keeping my army alive at max supply. That's the only thing that matters at this point in the game, and AlphaStar knows that principle. AlphaStar knows that principle that we are in the late game. The only thing that matters is keeping my army alive. If I keep my army alive, I will win the game. It doesn't matter if I lose this base, if I lose that base, because we are both at 200 supply. The only thing that matters is keeping my army alive. So it gave up 2 bases for free. Damn. This is some crazy stuff, guys. This is some crazy stuff. This is some crazy stuff that we're watching. Oops, my webcam is pointing to the sky. I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis and commentary, because this is some crazy stuff. Alright, let's go to game 3. It is interesting. It's actually interesting as fuck, man. Avilo, why are there no bed sheets on your bed? For the second day in a row, are you sleeping somewhere else? There's no bed sheets because it got a little dirty while I was fucking your mom last night. Or maybe I just had to wash them. Whichever one you want to go for, buddy. Maybe I just had to, you know. Anyways. Alright, let's fuck. Which game are we on now? I think we're on game 3. I think we're on game 3 here. Yeah, it's a choose your adventure story. Alright, game 3. Game fucking 3. Oh, whoops. Wait. Wrong game. My bad. Alright, game 3. Alright, game 3. Let's check this one. Yeah, guys, I don't know why they didn't... they should have gotten me to play against... I would have played... I would have been able to craft a unit composition that the AI can't beat. 100%. Obviously. Obviously, this AlphaStar would have stood no chance. Alright. Next time... oh yeah, let me put on health bars, and yeah, we're good to go. So TLO is the red Protoss in the bottom right. AlphaStar, blue Protoss top left. Again, not walling off. No wall off. Scouts. Double gateway. Both players. Standard stuff. The AI tab is on. Currently TLO is spamming. And the AI doesn't care. He's at like 130. More workers. Chrono boost on the workers. That's actually very important to point out. AlphaStar is spamming chrono on his workers. Most players do not do that. with their 3rd and 4th chrono boost, but AlphaStar likes to chrono his workers. 22, 23, going up to 24 workers, so he's 8 over saturation. Builds a robo, still building workers, 24 workers. TLO is at 19. And TLO actually is going for the expansion faster, whereas AlphaStar is 1 base with a robo. And still warping in Stalkers, it gets the Nexus later. So, check out, there are 25 workers here. 25, 26, 27, 28. Wait a minute. He has 36 workers. Wait a minute. AlphaStar has 36 workers. Oh wait, is my stream? What's wrong with my stream? I have to wait for the stream. Are we back yet? Okay, I think we're back. Are we back? Is my internet back? I think that was my internet. Are we back, peoples? Okay, we're back. So yeah, AlphaStar has 36 workers, guys. He has 36. So again, later Nexus, but he has 36 workers already. Slightly more tech than TLO, but 36 fucking workers. 39. 10 workers on the base. Look at this. AlphaStar gets his natural saturated faster than the player that had the Nexus first. Holy shit. And yes, I do this in some of my games, but not to this extent. Yeah, even I don't do this to... I mean, I've had games like this, but not as a purposeful, consistent thing. Also, I think this is more of a PvP thing. I don't think the other matchups... I could be wrong. Maybe when these AI researchers, when they train AlphaStar to play as Zerg or Terran, maybe the same theory will be... Maybe the same theory will be true. But yeah, TLO had his Nexus sooner. I mean, he took the gases, so he has 6. He would be fully saturated as well, but the fact that AlphaStar is able to catch up so quickly is actually crazy. It has nothing to do with the gases. It's still crazy that AlphaStar manages to catch up that fast, just from having the workers earlier on in the game. And then he walks up the ramp. 24 oversaturates again. Takes the gases late. This was the game where AlphaStar keeps trying to get value from the disruptors over and over again. Again, TLO with an early 3rd Nexus compared to AlphaStar. He's trying to hang on with the units he has, and actually loses a fuck. Like, honestly, right now, AlphaStar could have probably killed TLO. which is kind of what's happening. Like, this game is snowballing extremely hard because of the disruptors. You know what's crazy about the micro? You know, let me show you this real quick. Because I saw this when I was watching the StarCraft stream, I saw this. Look at this. Look at how good AlphaStar is with micro. This disruptor shot is going to go for the Archon, right? Now watch. When the Archon moves away, AlphaStar decides to change direction to this side. But then he realizes he's not going to get the Zealots, so then he just goes for the shield battery instead. I guess, I'm not sure what... It just decided all of a sudden that he's going to kill the shield battery instead. Speed this up. Now, 58 workers. This base has 28 workers on it. There's 28 workers on the natural. The third base is up late. Oh, like, that's insane. He, like, what? Like, he has 12 more workers than necessary? Still trying to get value from the disruptors. Gets a lot of his units force fielded, though. But still, the disruptors are getting a lot of value. Like, look at that. 2 Archons, 300 gas gone down the drain. And AlphaStar kept all of his disruptors alive during all this time. He's already gotten mega value. Third base, instantly saturated. The disruptors are just piling up like swarm hosts. Disruptors are kind of like swarm hosts. The more you have, like, you're just getting free value over and over again from them. Still no transfer of these workers. I don't know why. Probably waiting. Then transfers some workers over. He's still oversaturated. And then microing more disruptor shots. Okay, now AlphaStar has stopped building workers at 3 base saturation. Or actually at 67 workers. So if TLO were smart right now, he would like switch to mass void rage or something. Like this is TLO's lack of knowledge. Also, this right here, the warp prism. You'll, like, AlphaStar moves its whole army to chase a warp prism. And you'll notice mana, it did the same thing against mana today. Like, AlphaStar identifies that a warp prism is overpowered and a high priority target, so it sends its whole army back to deal with it. So if TLO had done what mana did today, he might have been able to keep the AI in its base. Because there was nothing at the third during all that time. There was nothing at the third. This harassment is good. So oversaturated. It's crazy. 29 workers. The thing is though, every time AlphaStar takes a new base, the new base will be immediately saturated, pretty much. More units dying to disruptor shots. 17 disruptors. I mean, this makes sense. Like, why would you not do this? Why would you not make this many disruptors? Like, this is just, like, there's no reason not to. Like, it's such a good fucking strong unit. And you'll notice here that AlphaStar actually makes a mistake. People that were watching the stream saw this as well. it it moves its army on top of disruptor shots by accident. Like, that was completely accidental. So even the AI can make some mistakes with its micro. The disruptor shots are still doing massive damage, though. Still doing massive damage. And AlphaStar still has 14 after that. So again, like, honestly, this is like, making this many disruptors is like the equivalent of making a bajillion swarm hosts. You're just getting free, like, you're killing stuff for free, basically. It's basically the Protoss swarm host, in a way. It's very similar. You're getting free value out of something that just has a cooldown. More units killed for free. And like, what does this cost, the Protoss massing disruptors? Nothing. Every disruptor shot is free. So rather than having an army that costs income, he has an army of free units, of free disruptor balls. Exactly like the swarm host. Exactly like swarm host. Check the units lost tab. Where are these recalled to? Oh, AlphaStar recalled them back to his base to defend. TLO has lost like 4,000 more resources approximately. Disruptors are like swarm hosts because they have a long range attack / ability. You'll notice the units that have like free shit attack from across like a screen. And in this case, the disruptor, it has the same thing that the swarm host does. It has something that comes out of the unit that makes it so that unit is not put in a vulnerable position, basically. Like, siege tanks technically have free shots across the map, but they are vulnerable because they're stationary. They can't move. And it's also, siege tanks are also vulnerable because it's not like something is extra coming out of the tank that then lets the tank go do something else. With a disruptor ball, you shoot out the ball and then you just run away. Over and over. Same thing as a swarm host. So, like, you get value the more of them you have. And then GG. So yeah, mass disruptor pretty good. I mean, people already knew this. It's just, it kind of fell out of the meta for a while. It kind of fell out of the meta for a while. I mean, everybody already knew that disruptors were really good if you had a lot of them. So the main thing to take away from these games so far, guys, is AlphaStar massively oversaturates the first 2 and 3 bases. Now, is that good to do? I mean, imagine, like, maybe in Protoss versus Protoss, maybe this is specific to PvP. Against Terran, if a Widow, it's not going to be helpful if you have an extra 12 workers that are stacked versus like a Blue Flame Hellion or a Widow Mine drop, right? So, like, I think this is something because there's not too much splash damage early game in PvP, this might be specific purely to PvP. In the other matchups, I don't think this is probably not a good idea. But Protoss versus Protoss, it might be okay to do. Alright, let's go in the next game. That was game 3. And I guess I'll save this analysis. I'll cut the VOD after I do all this, and then I'll ladder later or something. Let me get some water real quick. So now we will go to game 4. I forget. I don't know if they showed this one on stream or not. I actually forget. there are a couple games that they didn't show on stream that will be new for you guys and me to watch. Alright, I'm going to pause the game. I will be right back. I'm going to get some water, guys. Stay right where you are. Spread the word that I'm analyzing these. And yeah, I will be right back. Be right back. Guys, I am back. I am back, peoples. Alright, so this is game 4 of AlphaStar against TLO. And let's see what happens. Supposedly this was not on stream, right? They didn't show game 4. So let's see if the same thing is... let's see if the same thing holds true in this game. The mass oversaturation in PvP. Again, AlphaStar doesn't wall off. And apparently there's like different versions of the AlphaStar AI. I wonder if it purposely doesn't wall off because it wants the adepts to come in the base. Like, I was trying to think about this, like, what if it's just purposely not walling to try and bait the opponent to send the adepts in? And then it overmakes workers to create a buffer, a worker buffer against the adept harass, but it wants the adepts to come in, and then it's still, like, overmaking workers stops the harassment. Like, I'm not even sure, like, if that's why, or it just doesn't know to wall. I mean, it could be that too. So this game, AlphaStar, is the one that makes 2 adepts, chases the probe out, prioritizes killing the probe rather than harassment. And then going up to 22 workers. This game, it makes a nexus really fast. Only 2 workers on... That's a mistake. So again, this is like a human mistake. Only 2 guys on the gas geyser. Oh, and now it notices and puts the 3rd one on. A 3rd gateway. So 3 gateway expand, which is a weird build. Not much has happened at the start of this game. And it's not building anything on the gateways. Gets a robo, so 3 gates and a robo. 4th gateway going down. Saturates the natural pretty quickly. Let's check worker count. So, like, again, like, AlphaStar is ahead. Like, nothing has happened so far, and AlphaStar is ahead 38 workers to 31. Like, this just showed, like, PvP, guys. I think the PvP meta has been shifted by a fucking AI. The AI realized Apparently, all pro gamers didn't realize it's just good to keep massing workers off of one base. Apparently. Apparently, no one realized how strong it is to do this. TLO is looking fine in this game, though. He looks like he is completely fine. And AlphaStar, like, fucking early as fuck. Like, dude, AlphaStar is so far ahead off of just making workers. Nothing has happened in the game. And AlphaStar is literally, like, look how far ahead AlphaStar is. They have the same exact set of, well, except for the Immortal. It hasn't built an Immortal. Oh, and it's building a Dark Shrine. Gonna go for a Dark Templar drop or some shit? Okay, okay. Like, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 gateways, a robo. TLO has 3 gateways and a robo. The only difference is that TLO has sentries and immortals. But they have all the same buildings. Everything the same. Not much has happened other than, like, minor adept stuff at the start. Actually, TLO killed 2 workers of AlphaStar. But, like, look how far ahead AlphaStar is in the game. Just off of only making fucking workers. Off all the extra workers at the start. And AlphaStar is, like, this far ahead. It's crazy. Oh, gets a shield battery and an Archon for free. So AlphaStar loses the 3rd. TLO recalls. He kills the 3rd and then recalls. And then TLO blocks in some Stalkers, which is fine. And now there's 2 Dark Templars. And I don't think TLO is ready for the DTs. He has no detection. 3rd is being rebuilt. Check the worker count. 61 to... What the fuck? 61 probes to 42 probes. I think AlphaStar has re-innovated the PvP meta. Look at this shit. AlphaStar just has more workers. Like, AlphaStar prioritizes building probes over, like, so much stuff in the early game. And, like, maybe that might not be as... Well, actually, like, arguably, is that better? Like, if somebody all-ins you... Like, wouldn't it even be better if you have more probes? Because then you have probes you can pull to defend. Or you can lose a certain amount. Like, it's an entirely different way of thinking about the game. Like, if you have 27 probes on one base, and your opponent goes for a one base all-in, technically, like, the logic that people use right now in pro gaming is, it's going to be tougher to hold the all-in because... You have extra money in probes, whereas the guy is going 4 gateways, and he might... if he's going 4 gate, all of his money is in units that are immediately set to kill you. But if you have extra workers, technically you could lose some workers and defend the all-in. So I don't know. It's, like... 2 Dark Templar going to the... Like, AlphaStar is microing in the middle of the map, but he sends 2... Like, look at this shit. Oh, God. Immediately targets the warping in unit. These DTs, he might try and recall them. Oh, he tries to micro them around, but nope. And then this, pretty dangerous. And now, I guess, like, dude, 62 workers to 38. Like, take a look at the state of the game. Like, AlphaStar lost his 3rd Nexus, but he's still ahead. 62 workers to 38. Like, the harassment that AlphaStar did with the Stalkers and the DTs cost him his 3rd Nexus. But, because he was so far ahead on workers, after he rebuilds the 3rd Nexus, it's immediately fucking saturated. So it's like Like, that's crazy. Like, it's a trade for a trade, but the trade ends up being in favor of the AI. And then 2 more DTs somewhere. Oh, over here. So again, Dude, I feel like this is... I've been doing this all the time in PvP lately. You know, not to take too much credit, but Dark Templar is pretty good. Pretty good unit, bros. Recognizes he can target the cannon. Loads the DT, though. And then harassing over here. Holy shit. Dark Templar. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at this shit. This one Dark Templar pulling TLO, pulling some of his units here, and then look, AlphaStar immediately recognizes. He's like, wait a minute, I made you pull your units over here. Now watch this. Watch this shit. Watch this, guys. This Dark Templar pulling the army. Now look at fucking AlphaStar. He's pulling the army, and then he's like, look at this shit. He's like, sup, bitch. Watch this. Watch this. Boom! AlphaStar with the big dick moves from the AI. Look at that! Like, what? I don't know if that's bad manner or just he immediately, like, the AI immediately fucking recognized, like, oh, okay, I can kill your army. Holy shit. AlphaStar being alpha as fuck. Like, what is that blink? What is that fucking blink? Targets the Immortals. Targets them, the Stalker. Like, holy shit. Like, okay. Let me explain to you what happened here. Because this is another thing with the AI programming and, like, targeting priority. Okay. So watch this. I just want to show this again. Okay, so it blinks onto these units, right? Now, you'll notice the first units it targets are, of course, the Immortals. Those are the high priority units. It targets the first Immortal. And then it targets the second Immortal, right? But watch what it targets after the second Immortal dies. Watch this shit. Does it target the Archon? No. It immediately targets the Stalker. It immediately targets TLO's Stalkers. Watch. And the Sentry. So it targets that Sentry. And then it targets the Stalker of TLO. And then it targets the second Stalker of TLO. Now, why? Why is it, out of all of that it could target, why is it targeting the Stalkers and the Sentry instead of the Archon? Why? Because those are the only ranged units that can threaten to do damage to this army of ranged units. If it's a ranged unit against a ranged unit, after the ranged units die, the Archon can't kill the Stalkers because they can they can kite it. So this AI actually took the time to target both Stalkers and the Sentries because those are the only units that have range to attack back and deal any damage at all to the Stalkers of AlphaStar. It doesn't care about the Archon because it's going to kill the Archon regardless after the Stalkers die. Like, look, even right here, it targets the last Sentry. It targets the ranged unit over all of the melee units. Our Archon, you can consider the Archon a melee unit for all intents and purposes. It actually focuses the last ranged unit down in the opponent's army that it sees as a threat. It targets the Sentry. And now, only now, after it eliminated all of the threats to its army that can fight back, now it knows the opponent's armies cannot fight back anymore because they are all melee units. And now it targets the Archon. It should, or not, well, now it doesn't even care. It can just kite. Now it just targeted whatever. It doesn't give a fuck. But that's actually crazy that, like, it targeted the only ranged units in the opponent's army. It, like, prioritized those. Oh, no. Okay, now it's just showing off. Now it's just like, fucking filthy humans. Now it doesn't get... Okay, this is just BM. I think at this point, AlphaStar is just BMing. Holy shit. That's actually BM as fuck. Dude, that's a BM blink. Okay, come on. That's BM as shit. At this point, the AI is just literally showing off. Like, that... Look at this blink. Look at this blink. Yeah, that was just pretty BM, actually. Wow. I guess it just realized, like, I have way more than him, so I can just kill him, so I'm just gonna blink on him. Oh my god, it did it again. Like, look at this, it realizes there's no way the opponent can fight back, so, I mean, just like, this happens in real games on the ladder, like, when you have more stock, you're like, of course you're gonna blink in, and you're just gonna fucking end, you're immediately gonna blink in, like, this thing, like, that's actually insane. That's crazy. Like, even the first blink is fucking insane. Like, the first time it blinks onto this army is insanity. Like, look at this shit. Like the Dark Templar pulling the army away. And then the DT pulls the army away again. So the DT is pulling units away. And of course, AlphaStar is moving the DT the furthest distance away from where he wants to attack to create, you know, to give his units more time to kill this half of TLO's army. Maybe if all of these units were with these units, maybe TLO could win, but look at this. Like, look at this shit. Like, just blinks in. Immediately, like, no hesitation. That's crazy. And during all of this, 65 workers for AlphaStar. So all of those workers that AlphaStar built in the early game and the mid game, just they pay off so much. Dude, those blinks. That's crazy. Actually crazy, man. Alright, so now the last game. And the common theme of all these... The common fucking theme of all these games is that AlphaStar is massively oversaturating the first two bases in PvP. And these games, like... Even if AlphaStar takes damage, the damage that AlphaStar takes is completely nullified by the fact that AlphaStar has an extra 10 to 15 workers, which is hundreds upon hundreds of, like, extra minerals worth of income that that AlphaStar is getting. And also, it's complete, like, the extra workers are completely nullifying all early game harassment. All types of early game harassment are nullified if you can, like, if your opponent has to invest units to kill your workers and you already have more workers than normal. The opponent is, like, he's trading, basically the AI is trading minerals worth of workers for minerals and gas worth of units, essentially, is what's happening. The opponent is committing units to harass the workers, and the workers are dying. But the units that are used to harass will also die in the process, which then, it kind of, like, evens out, basically. Like, I'm not sure if one is necessarily better than the other, but it definitely evens out in a way. So 2 gateways again, from AlphaStar and TLO. So pretty standard PvP. And obviously, the more workers you have, you do get a slight increase in income. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And then, like, what the? This was okay. Let's see what happens here. Proxy gateway from the fucking AI, and then TLO proxies a gateway as well. Is this Envision? Oh, can't see this.
I am here in the shadows.
Wait, what did the AI see this with? Ah, well that sucks. Just barely spotted. That might have actually won TLO the game. if it hadn't been spotted. And it's a 4-gate. It's a 4-gate with a late robo. And then AlphaStar gets his units trapped here.
Research complete.
22 workers to 15. And again, so this is the entire theme of this series, guys, is oversaturation in PvP on one base versus, I mean, right now TLO has more units, I think, doesn't he? Oh no, it's the same. 5 stalkers versus 5. So it's approximately the same. Worker count or whatever. Or same stalker count, sorry. I don't know why there's only 2 guys on each gas geyser. Yet there's 22 workers on minerals for the AI. And then, so now AlphaStar is trying to defend, but he's also counterattacking as well. And he targets down the pylon immediately. Even the probe is helping to do extra DPS. And now the probes are being pulled by AlphaStar. And then he does some damage, and then he recalls. So TLO has to do the same thing now. He has to recall back to, like, he can't get out of his base. He can't, there's no escape here. He has to recall. I think. Should have recalled, in my opinion. Gonna lose a lot of these. That stalker's trapped, and that one's gonna... Oh, and then he just GG's. Oh, because... Wait, because there's another warp in... Wait, how many... Wait. One sec. I thought... Oh, so... Let's see here. These get recalled? But then there's another fucking 4. Holy shit, dude. And then... So that gets held, but then TLO still dies. They can't rebuild the... Oh, his pylon got killed. That's what happened. So now he's basically... He loses this, and now he's dead. So he couldn't make any more units because his pylon on the gateways died. But even still, like, AlphaStar is just way, way ahead. Just way, way ahead. So yeah, apparently, so these 5 games, AlphaStar against TLO, you just make probes. Apparently, probe is the most overpowered unit of the game. Make probes, apparently! Make a lot of probes! Alright, now I'm gonna go over the games. Now we'll go over mana against AlphaStar. And we'll see what happens in these. Now we will see what happens in these. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Alright, this was AlphaStar versus Mana, game 1. From what I understand, the AI can't see... It doesn't have map hack. It cannot see the whole map.
What, no hat? First the bunk bed and now this? SC2 is so broken.
Thank you for the $5 donation. Yes, first the no hat, then the bunk bed is gone. Yeah, SC2 is broken, man. Exactly. Thank you, Queso Platypus, for the $5 donation. It can't see the... It sees, like... I think they're saying, like, 30 screens a second or something. So everything that it has vision of, it could see, or whatever. Something like that. So AlphaStar is the blue Protoss top left, and then we got Mana in the bottom right. Going for a Stargate, and oh, this was the game AlphaStar whipped out the 4-gate build, which was scouted. Like this was like proxy, double gateway with the double gateway with the main, and just massing stalkers off one base. 17 workers. Oh, AlphaStar actually stopped building workers this game. That's uncharacteristic. Every other game, AlphaStar... So, I mean, if you're going to do a build like a 4-gate, then yes, you cut all your probes. But like this game, AlphaStar stopped building workers. This is a different... This was a different version. This was like... So this was like again, from what they said... like from TLO against the AI from like a week or 2 weeks later or something, then Mana played the AI, so... And there were multiple different versions of each... Like, each game was a different version of the AlphaStar AI or something. And it's just 4-8 Stalker rushing. And microing pretty damn good. And AlphaStar just doesn't give a fuck. He just walks up the ramp. Like, look at that. AlphaStar does not give a single fuck. Mana should have tried to block this off. Actually, Mana fucked this. Like, his stalkers are on the wrong side. Like, he should have walled this and then had his stalkers right here. He could have warped in another he could have warped in one more sentry and maybe blocked in the stalkers. Probably could have won this game. And then the Immortal is immediately targeted and killed. Then the stalkers are targeted. The one that's warping in is targeted immediately. And then just kiting the probes for more kills. Workers died this game, but it doesn't matter because AlphaStar kills all the... Like, the Oracle turned out to not matter. Even though the Oracle got like a bajillion kills. It got 7 kills. That doesn't matter if you're dead. The Oracle could have killed all the workers. But it doesn't matter if you as the Protoss end up dying to the attack. And then that's the game. So yeah, this game that's crazy. So this game there was no oversaturation. This was the cheese version of AlphaStar. That was the fucking cheese version, apparently. Fucking proxy 4-gate. Yeah, AlphaStar almost never makes the incorrect decision on which units to target. Like, it targets the highest priority thing that it needs to kill. So if there's like a warp prism and like a bunch of units, then AlphaStar will target the warp prism. Like, if the warp prism comes within range, it'll immediately fucking focus it down and kill it. Just like in that game we saw where the TLO had all the carriers, but there were 2 observers. AlphaStar immediately targeted the 2 observers and then just won the game. Because he killed all the detection. There was nothing left over. This is so another non-wall off game. So you know what that means, guys. Since there's, I mean, it's just gonna be probably mass probes again. check this out. I don't know if this game was shown on stream or not. Stargate sends out 2 adepts. And again, let's see, 20 workers to 17. And Mana has stopped building workers. So again, he stopped, like, there's no workers. The adepts have killed 3 workers. But they die in the process. So take a look at the worker count. So this base, the main base of AlphaStar, is saturated. This is the prime example of why AlphaStar is overbuilding workers in PvP. He lost the AI lost actually only 1 worker, and managed to kill 5 of if I'm reading that right. Oh no, wait. 5 workers were lost. Mana killed 5 workers. He killed 5 workers. But look at the saturation. It's like it didn't even happen. 17 workers here. 16 here. After 2 adepts killed 5 workers. So like look at the state of the game. The state of the game is AlphaStar has his 2 adepts that are alive. He has the same worker saturation as Mana. So same worker saturation, his adepts are alive, but AlphaStar lost 1 adept. So who is ahead here? Like, they're pretty much even, except that AlphaStar has his Nexus started much sooner. And there's not even, like, because Mana went Stargate first, he doesn't even have enough money for a Nexus yet. And he has to keep rebuilding, because Mana doesn't oversaturate, he has to keep rebuilding the wall to protect against the 2 adepts coming in and killing his workers. But if Mana played like AlphaGo does in the first place, he would have like 25 workers, and then he could let the adepts come in, kill 5 workers, but then he kills the adepts so that it nullifies the harassment. Instead, he has to keep rebuilding his wall over and over again, which also loses him money. So even theoretically rebuilding the wall and canceling it, it's almost not even worth it to do that. It's better just do what AlphaStar is doing and just overbuild workers in the first place. So 8 workers were killed. And now look at the state of the game right now. 12 workers on minerals for Mana. He lost 8 workers to adepts. The adepts got in his base and he lost 8 of them. And so now he's actually behind in the game. He's less saturated. After he killed 8 workers of his opponent, AlphaStar still is saturated, whereas Mana is not. Because Mana was not building probes the whole time. So, like, who came out ahead here? AlphaStar came out ahead because simply not from, like, massive, like, fucking micro mechanics, not from, like, anything crazy, but just a better understanding of the economy of the game. And, like, better understanding of, like, acceptable losses. The AI understands if he overbuilds probes, it's acceptable to lose the probes and trade them for the adepts. Like, holy shit. And he even outbuilds Phoenixes. I mean, like, but the thing is, like, you have to realize, like, Mana had his Stargate before the AI did this game. Yet the AI has more Phoenixes, more money, more income, faster Nexus, faster everything. It's big fucking deal. 35 workers to 28. I'll just speed this up. Still more Phoenixes from the AI, from AlphaStar. And then at this point, this game obviously just gonna snowball. Gonna snowball out of control. And DT's come out for Mana, but it's basically too late. And then he just GG's and leaves because there's an observer out, and he lost all of his workers, and this game was not even close, and all from overbuilding workers at the start to counter the adept harassment. Keep it on the workers tab. Ugh. Oh, you mean the APM tab? Is that that was the second game, right? So now go over to the third game. DTs could still do damage. Alright, game 3. Actually, DTs probably would be good. Alright, so Liquid Mana in the bottom right, and then AlphaStar in the top left. And this version of AlphaStar walls off, whereas the other ones did not. Slow this down some. 2 guys in gas, while still oversaturated on minerals. That's interesting. So, and this has happened like, I think 2 of the games so far, where there's 19 workers on minerals, but for some reason AlphaStar only has 2 guys on each gas geyser. Despite the fact that oversaturated on minerals a little bit. So why could this be? Why is the AI prioritizing, like maybe the AI values minerals, maybe it thinks minerals are stronger in the early and mid game, which I guess is true. So it's literally we'll now put a third one there, or it could just be a mistake, maybe. But it seems to like getting extra mineral income in the early game. Still no third worker on that gas. And then still no, like 21, like that might just be a mistake because like there's 21 workers. Oh, now there's a third, now he puts a third one on, or now the AI does. The Nexus is slightly faster for mana. And now he's building more workers as well. Oh yeah, oh wait, I forgot to... This part of the game was actually really important. Like the Stalker micro. 3 Stalkers versus 3 Stalkers, and then... Like, look at this. Like, literally perfect micro. Like, that's... Mana loses 3 Stalkers versus 3 Stalkers. And look at that. Microing the low health one back. Kills the Stalker without losing a single Stalker. Kills a second Stalker and still has not lost a Stalker. So, like, that's absurd. Like, that micro was actually perfect. I mean, humans can do this micro too, obviously, but that was pretty perfect. Force field waste. So now, like, Mana's just fucked because he has nothing. He has 1 force field and 1 Stalker, essentially. Now he has 3. The Immortal comes out, which... That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake, but still. And now the natural finally saturated. It's too bad that this Nexus didn't go down, because that probably would have been game. And now AlphaStar, like, this is actually the... I mean, I've seen Protoss players do this before, like, when... I mean, this is why Stargate against Robo is so good for the Stargate player. Because, like, every Immortal doesn't matter now. Like, in any fight, or, like, any fight where both players commit to fighting, the Immortals will just be lifted into the air. So the AI is making more and more Phoenixes because it knows, like, okay, if I have a certain number... If I have a certain number of Phoenixes, if I have 5 Phoenix... and he has 5 Immortals, then I can lift all the Immortals. That's why it's still massing Phoenixes. And then tries to target the Warp Prism. decides to not dive for the Warp Prism because AlphaStar does not want to lose all the Phoenixes. Needs to keep them alive. Accidental Sentry ability. Guardian Shield. And then so Mana comes up the ramp here. I mean, this is an overextension. I don't think he should be attacking. Guardian Shields. And again, AlphaStar tries to priority target the ranged units, if possible. The Immortal gets target fired right now. Yeah, that just was not a good attack. And just this is just typical mass Phoenix stuff. And lifts the sentries, kills the Immortal, and then that's pretty much GG. It's too far behind. Pretty normal Phoenix play. Alright, so that was game 3. Whew! Not much else to say about that. That was game 3. There will be a game where AI micro 3 groups of stalkers. Yes, yeah. Alright, now we're on game 4. Let's go to game 4 here. APM spiked to 1,500, consistent around 300. Is the AI able to micro every unit on the map at once, or can they only control units on the screen? I'm pretty sure like the AI developers, they try to set parameters so that it has to play within like human parameters in a way. I don't know where EAPM is. It doesn't really matter though. Alright, AlphaStar in the top left, Mana in the bottom right. I'm sure we'll see more of the same. 18 probes, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Mana stops at 16. Again, 24 out of 16 workers. Like, look. And he's still building them. 25, 26. Like, look at this shit. Mana, stops building workers. So the Oracle gets 5 kills. But do those 5 kills really matter? Because guess what? AlphaStar... Wait. Let me rewind this here. Let me fucking rewind this. So take a look at this. Let me rewind. So right now the worker count, 33 workers to 25. AlphaStar has 33 workers. He has 8 extra workers on his main. And Mana has 25 workers. He has 2 extra on his main. So this Oracle is going to fly in and kill 5 workers. So the probes immediately run. They get pulled. And take a look at the worker count in the top left. 29 to 26 now. And look, even after the harassment, AlphaStar is still ahead in workers. And his Nexus is ahead. So, like, he lost 5 workers. He's still ahead economically. His expansion is faster. Like, that's actually, yeah. Already has 11 workers on his natural. Let me speed this up again. Fully saturated natural now for AlphaStar, and then Mana's is Not quite yet fully saturated. And this is how AlphaStar is getting like so far ahead from building those extra probes early game. He put on the units tab. AlphaStar going for the attack upgrade. And then this was actually they showed this on stream. This was the insane part of the game. Watch this shit. Pure Blink Stalkers triggers the Immortal Shield and then backs off. And then goes back in to snipe the Immortal that has the shield triggered. So that this Immortal here in the front, this one right here, had it, like, it got its shield triggered already, and then AlphaStar dives onto that Immortal. He kills the Disruptor, dives on the Disruptor, target fires the Sentry, doesn't quite kill it, almost does, and then kites back, and then watch this. Here we go again. So this shield gets triggered, and that Immortal is getting focus fired. So this Immortal right here is focus fired by AlphaStar. Gets killed. And Zealot killed, and then he blinks out. Sentry targeted. And then Stalker targeted, and then he blinks out. So every single time AlphaStar is doing this, he's doing something with his units. He's being so active with his units. Killing something or accomplishing something every single time with his units. Another Stalker is focused down and killed. And then and then he moves away. And then again, another Immortal focused down, and then he blinks away. So every time Blink is back ready, every time the cooldown is ready, he blinks away. And then right here, Stasis Ward targeted. Blinks away, and again, another Immortal being focused down. And then there goes another one. Let's check workers. This game, workers stopped building. AlphaStar purposely stopped building workers to do this, to make 34 Blink Stalkers. All of the money that the AI has is going into making workers right now. That's why there's no pro production. Again, triggers the shield, and then dives on that Immortal, or tries to. Speed this up. Blinks onto the Immortals, and kills 2 of them. That was questionable. This game actually looked like the one today that Mana played against this AI. And then this is the crazy bullshit part of the game. The AI is controlling 3 separate groups of Blink Stalkers. This was like the what the fuck moment of all of this stuff. So there's a group of Stalkers here, and then a group of Stalkers here, and then there's a bunch of Stalkers over here. So in 3 places, at the same time, Stalkers are being microed. Target fires the Disruptor, and then target fires an Immortal. This Immortal gets killed. Again, ignoring the charge lots, and then just runs away. Target fires another Immortal, again, ignoring the charge lots. Now he can kill them. And he's just, like, the AI is being so annoying for because Mana wants to move across the map and kill the AI here. Because that, like, otherwise, he should be so far fucking behind. Let's just speed this up. Again, like, getting so much fucking value, and then the AI just blinks on top of everything again. And that is game. So yeah, that's... Alright, we're going to the last one now. Last game. That three groups of Stalkers being microed at the same time, basically. Or not at the same time, but very rapidly, because I think a couple of stalkers were actually lost. Alright. So this will be the last one, and then I will probably take a break to get something to eat, I think. Did they show this game on stream? I forget. I don't think they showed this. This one was not shown on stream, if I remember correctly. So, Liquid Man top left, AlphaStar bottom right, and this version of AlphaStar builds his gateway on the low ground. Yeah, they did not show this one on stream, so we're about to see a new one. And then the probe ready to proxy. It's already making a second pylon there. 2 guys on gas for AlphaStar. And then a proxy robo and a shield battery. Double shield battery proxy. Didn't even proxy. Could have gone double robo. Make it a stalker. Doesn't even research warp gate. So very committed to the rush. Very fucking committed to the rush. A zealot and a stalker coming over. Immortal built now, or being built. So basically, this AI is shield battery is just, dude. This is what I do in the ladder. This is what Pretnef does. This is what so many Protosses abuse the shield battery. It's basically shield battery rushing. And then killing probes. Now it's just like, fuck you, proxy Stargate, bitch. Look at that, dude. Oh, but it loses this immortal. And oh, so the versions of AlphaStar that do these all-ins, they don't build mega amounts of workers. This one stopped workers at like 13 on the minerals. The versions that play macro, they build like up to like 24, 26, 27 workers. The versions that do all-ins, they just stop at 16 workers. More shield batteries being built. The Stargate is going to matter a lot. There's going to be a void ray. Oh, wait. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. If that immortal dies, then man just wins the game. It's actually just surviving just barely. Holy shit. Okay, well, Mana, can I get a full NA in the chat? Mana just went full NA. He should not have lost this game. Can I get a full NA? Like, look at this. That first immortal? He should be... honestly, Mana should be targeting the shield batteries right now, I think. Hit the shield battery, move away. Hit the shield... or even the pylons. Like, because he's not gonna kill the more. Like, if this were AlphaStar, if the situations were reversed, I bet you AlphaStar will be targeting the shield batteries that have the highest energy. I bet you, or the pylons, unless this unit got close enough. But like, look at this. Like, this immortal, like, Mana stops microing for some reason. He's letting his immortal die for free. An Immortal dies, and then a Stalker dies for free. And now it's 1 Immortal and 2 Stalkers versus 1 Immortal and 2 Sentries. Except that there's a bajillion shield batteries with this Immortal. Like, Mana could not fight. Like, he's overextending. Like, he's going full NA right here. Like, the shield batteries are just going to keep the Immortal alive. I don't know why he's staying here. And now, dude, Mana's getting baited. So, oh my god. Mana got fucking baited by the fucking AI. the Mana got so baited so hard. Holy shit, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Look, he's like, come and get me. He's like, you can kill me. And then look, this shield battery, perfect distance. The absolute perfect distance from the Immortal. And the Immortal's still being healed. And then now it's too late. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. And then it dies. And that's game. Like, that's... And then the 200 IQ Phoenix from AlphaStar to chase down a theoretical Warp Prism that the opponent will build. Holy shit. Honestly, it could have been a Void Ray and it would have still... Like, AlphaStar still wins the game, even if that had been a Void Ray. And now AlphaStar just targeting pylon, not committing to the mineral line, just chipping away and killing Mana, just ending the game. Now he's chipping away at the probe line. Probes are being pulled from Mana. Honestly, if right here... Wait, let me rewind this. You know what Mana should have done right here? He should have picked up a probe in his Warp Prism. This is like, I mean, no one does this shit, but he should have let these units get close, like let them come in, put a probe in the Warp Prism, and then bring the Warp Prism around, and then bring the probe and the Warp Prism over here, and then let these units get a little bit closer. Let them get a little closer. Let them get, like, right here. And then right when they're right here, he should have built a pylon in the wall. He should have, like, started spamming buildings behind the Immortals. I don't think it really would have mattered, but maybe he could have trapped them, which would have given him a chance. Like, imagine if this Warp Prism and had brought a probe over here, and then he built a fucking, and then he just brings. I mean, I know the pylon will get one-shotted, but he might have had he might have been able to trap the units long enough to kill them, maybe. Oh yeah, he also could have powered. I don't know why Mana didn't power. He could power his gateways with the Warp Prism. He could have done that as well. Now it's 2 Immortals versus 1, and the Warp Prism can be killed by the Phoenix. Could have killed the Warp Prism. And there's going to be 3... Oh, and there's the Void Ray. The Void Ray just will end the game. Immortals targeting Immortals. And once the Void Ray pops out, that's GG. Phoenix kills the Warp Prism. Last Pylon killed, and that is game. Last Immortal goes down, and that is GG. That is GG! My god, dude! So, AlphaStar... What? Oh, you know why Blizzard didn't show this game on stream? Oh my god, dude. You know why Blizzard didn't show this game on stream? Because they didn't want to show how fucked up shield batteries are. Oh my god. They didn't show this game on stream. Blizzard didn't show this because they know that this shit's broken. They know this is pretty fucking stupid and, like, pretty... That's why they didn't show this game on stream. Like, they know shield batteries and, like, cannon rushes and stuff like that are just batshit broken. And Even AlphaStar understands how stupidly strong this shit is. So they didn't want to show a game of AlphaStar beating a fucking pro gamer by just build a shoe batteries. That's why they didn't show this game on. They didn't want to show an AI beating a pro gamer by just fucking shield battery rushing, because if you see how easy this is to do, I mean, everybody will do this. Like, I mean, come on. I just realized that because I was when Mano was saying on stream that he lost to a proxy immortal, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why don't they show that game? That sounds interesting. Like, why would they not show the proxy, like, an AI proxying a pro gamer, and he lost? I'm like, what? I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why would they not show that game? That sounds like a mega interesting game to show. Oh, I get it. It's because your balance team sucks balls. I get it. I understand. Now, after watching the game, I understand now. Oh, God, I understand why you could not show this game on stream, Blizzard. That would have been embarrassing. That would have been a little bit embarrassing. No, you know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a reason they didn't show this game on stream. Oh, man. Would have been a tiny bit embarrassing, I think, for the balance team if they showed that on stream. Anyways, still a very interesting game, and, like, holy shit. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary and my analysis of these games. I missed the gas steal and the manor pylon. Oh, yeah, I missed those. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed my entertaining analysis, and I think the entire StarCraft 2 community has learned something about Protoss versus Protoss. The counter to the first two adepts is not a pylon in your wall. Like, if anything, the counter to the first two adepts, I mean, well, you still can counter it like that, definitely, but apparently the counter to the first two adepts is to build 8 extra probes. That's the counter. You just build probes. It makes sense. It's kind of like, have you guys ever seen me play Zerg? Do any of you guys remember when I was playing Zerg, and every single ZVP I told you guys the counter to Phoenixes are drones? That's the same logic that the AI used. Like, I have played so many Zerg versus Protoss games. When the opponent goes for Mass Phoenix, I told you guys so many times the counter to Phoenixes are drones. He can lift up 10 drones and kill 10 drones. But if I have 20 drones, it doesn't matter that he killed 10 drones because I'm still at max saturation. That's the same fucking logic the AI used. Like, if the adepts kill 5 to 6 workers, it doesn't matter if I have 26 workers because I still have 20 out of 16 workers. It's the same fucking logic. So just like drones are the counter to Phoenixes in ZVP, when the guy goes for Mass Phoenixes, same thing in PvP. The counter to adepts are just making probes. You just make a bajillion probes, essentially. It's the same logic. And also, yes, you do get extra income. I mean, there is a tiny, like, mathematically, having this, like, extra work, you do get a tiny bit of an income boost. So that's true as well. So you actually are getting, like, a little bit of extra money from having, like, 26 workers on one base. That is very true. Confirmed, and I watch all of Avilo's games. Reason they didn't show Terran is because it would have been mech. I don't think they have the last game that was played on stream today. Oh, wait, they do. Oh, wait, okay, we got one more game. Alright, one more game, guys. I didn't realize that. They actually did already... That was fast. Let me show the game that Mana won. Let me show the game that Mana actually won. Alright, final analysis game. Alright. So this game, Liquid Mana top left, and then AlphaStar in the bottom right. I still find it incredibly fascinating that I'm literally commentating a game right now between AI and a human fucking pro player, and the AI is able to win that many games. That's actually, like, when you think about that for a moment, guys. We are literally talking about a fucking artificial intelligence that was able to beat two different pro gamers, in 10 games of StarCraft. Just let that sink in again. Like, just let it sink in. So, 2 Stalkers from AlphaStar. Oops, let me get the production tab up. And then Stalker Sentry from... Yeah, Stalker Sentry from Mana. Now, you'll notice... And this is what the casters noticed this, and even the AI developers noticed this. I think probably everybody at this point noticed this. In today's game, Mana did what the AI was doing. Look at his workers. He's still building them. Like, he's at... Like, look, like, so, Mana, and I think every Protoss player in PvP should now take, like, is now going to start doing this, to be honest. Because it's actually so good to do. So now, look at this. Mana has oversaturated his main, just like the AI. Well, what do you know? Human beings learning from the AI. Well, what do you fucking know? Look at this shit. He's going... He's at 25 workers. Well, what do you know, fellas? Well, what do you know? Oh, wait, I think an Oracle just died there. Speed this up. Yeah, an Oracle just fly... Oh, yeah, So the AI sacrificed an Oracle to kill 2 sentries. Not the worst decision on planet Earth. It's still a good trade investment gas. Like, that's actually worth it, I think. 2 sentries for an Oracle. And then mining long distance with the extra probes. Like, you can tell that Mana actually, like, he copied the AI. Like, he has all these extra workers that he normally probably wouldn't have had before he played against the fucking AI games. Like, it's so easy to... And like, look. Out of all the games played between the AI and Mana, out of all the other games, the AI was always ahead in saturation. But now, the tables have turned. The tables have fucking turned, guys. Because look at this. The AlphaStar has the Nexus finished before Mana does. Mana's Nexus is not even finished. Look how the tables have turned. Nexus is completed. And now Mana is the one with a higher mineral saturation than AlphaStar. This time AlphaStar went for the gases, and Mana is doing what the AI was doing, and he went for a massive amount of mineral saturation. Although still AlphaStar is actually outplaying him. 12 workers killed. Like, the double Oracle harassment in this game was fucking rough. Like, holy shit. Like, it actually did so much damage. 16 workers have died. Like, look at how far ahead... Like, even the game where Mana, like, decided to oversaturate and he, like, pick up that little trick, he's still getting fucking destroyed. 21 workers have died. Like, 104 supply to 82. Somehow, some way, AlphaStar has 60 workers to 42, while on 3 bases. Fully saturated third, fully saturated natural, fully saturated main, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gateways versus 1, 2, versus 2. Look at how far ahead AlphaStar is in this game because of 21 worker kills from the Oracles. Like, Mana should have actually lost this game. He should have actually 100% lost this game. Like, props to him for doing this. Like, he's actually dead. Like, Mana's actually fucking dead. Like, he should have been 100% dead. If AlphaStar just walks across the map, he could kill Mana right now. But look at this. All the Stalkers move out. For some reason, AlphaStar does not leave, like, a couple at home. And then watch this. Fucking exploiting the AI. The Observer here. And this should have been a Phoenix from AlphaStar, from the AI. For some reason, it's still building Oracles. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, this is either a mistake, or it did not, it's not used to Warp Prism harassment or something. Like, it's not used to this for some reason. And then the Observer gives... This Observer is actually what 1 man in the game. This right here won him the game. Because this allows him vision to see when the Stalkers are coming back. So that he can run away with the Warp Prism each time. So, like, luckily, Mana was not greedy. He didn't, like, overstay with the Warp Prism. So he pulls the units back. Because, again, for some reason, AlphaStar... Like, and then AlphaStar's just like, oh, I can't chase it. I can't kill it. So I'm just gonna push out again. And then Mana realizes, like, wait a minute. I can just abuse the AI. It's gonna come back from the Warp Prism again. For some reason, it's not smart enough to leave units here or something. Hasn't built a Phoenix yet. And then look, all the Stalkers come back. And then Mana picks up again. And, like, Mana is so far behind this point. Like, he's actually massively far behind in the game. But this lets him, like, somehow come back in the game. Because he's wasting the AI's time. And this Observer is what enables all of this. Because he knows where the Stalkers are. Because if AlphaStar is ahead, fucking, like, 20 to 30 supply. And then look, and then again, the Immortals come here, and then the Stalkers come all the way back again. Still no Phoenix. I don't know why there's no Phoenix here. Like, this is something that I didn't understand. Like, I don't understand why, like, the AI is bugging out. Like, Mana actually bugged out the AI. Like, look at this. Because for some reason, the Stalkers are trying to blink. Like, look at that. Watch. Watch this. The AI doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know what to do when this unit is, like, like, it's trying to kill it with the blink Stalker. Like, this is actually the AI is actually bugging out. Like, I actually wonder what would have happened if there was nothing in the if there was nothing in the Warp Prism and he just flew it in vision, would the AI still bug out? Like, that's actually something I'm curious about. Because the AI seems to want to kill the Warp Prism. I wonder if he flew it in here, the AI would see it and then bring everything back. Like, even if it's empty? Maybe? I don't know. Like, it's still blinking, trying... Like, look at this. Look at this! So this is the only reason Mana won the game. It's because, for some reason, the AI thinks that it can kill this with the Blink Stalkers. I mean, that's a little bit of luck, to be honest, that Mana was able to get away with this, because he would have lost the game otherwise. So there's still some bugs with... even fucking DeepMind has some things that it couldn't... It didn't understand that it couldn't kill that. And at this point, now Mana's unit composition is completely unbeatable. The comps that both of these players have, with this many Immortals, it doesn't matter at this point if DeepMind could have, like, infinite APM. Infinite APM, it's like, this composition cannot beat this composition in a million years. Even with absolutely perfect micro. This is just, like, at this point, Mana managed to, like, waste enough time to get enough immortals that... And apparently this is what was going on with the units the whole time. During the cast, we couldn't see the, the AI just bugged out. The AI literally just bugged out. It doesn't know what to do. It's trying to make this, like... It actually doesn't understand what to do right now. So out of all the last 10 games, this 11th game... It doesn't quite understand, like, what it should be doing. Or it doesn't understand, like, how to beat this. And it didn't really adjust its unit composition either. Honestly, it probably never played against this many Immortals, too. So it probably didn't play against Warp Prism Harass, so it didn't learn from that as much. Because I don't think any of the other AIs were Warp Prism harassing. But, I mean, I have no idea. You guys have no idea, I have no idea. I'm just making assumptions, or I'm just, like, logically guessing that, like, I would assume it didn't know how to, it never saw this before. So it didn't realize, like, oh, wait. If he has that many Immortals, I can't, like, the Stalkers don't work. And if he has a Warp Prism, I can't kill it with the Stalkers. So yeah, the Warp Prism kind of bugged it out, it looks like. That was very opportune and lucky that that happened. Imagine if Mana had not harassed with a Warp Prism. AlphaStar would have walked across the map and just fucking killed him. AlphaStar would have literally just walked across the map and, like, just ended the game probably. Or had a ridiculous advantage, I think. Alright, well, there you go, guys. I went over all the games, all 11 games, and that was interesting as fuck. Did it actually train on 500,000 replays? Then I don't know why, if it really did train with that many replays, then why the fuck could it not handle one... Why was it confused as to how to handle a Warp Prism? Is that true? How could it have never seen a Warp Prism and know how to deal... Like, in all of the games played... Because in the other game, even in that game with the last game with the Shield Battery Rush, it built a Phoenix preemptively to counter a Warp Prism that game. But for some reason, that last version of AlphaStar didn't know to build a Phoenix to counter the Warp Prism. But, like, the other version built a Phoenix actually at a timing where I would not ever build a Phoenix. I would have built a Void Ray first out of the Stargate. So, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, it probably never encountered that, and it just didn't understand what the fuck to do. It's crazy. It only trained from human replays at the beginning, so 99%... Yeah, but it trained against different versions of itself, too, is what they said. X amount of games and 200 years of self-play. Well, it looks like in 200 years of self-play, it never figured out how to Warp Prism harass. Apparently. 200 years of play... stopped by a single Warp Prism. I always knew that Warp Prism should cost gas. We're such a fucking imbalanced unit. A single Warp Prism destroyed 200 years of training. Like, are you kidding me? In 200 years of fucking playing versus itself, It never thought, hey, I could use this thing to harass. Really? I should title this, I should cut this VOD now and name the VOD 200 years versus 1 warp prism. Like, what? Well, that last game had nothing to do with with loading and unloading a warp prism. It had to do with the fact that, for some reason, it didn't understand that it couldn't path the stalkers over that terrain. Because it kept trying to blink. Like, did you not see it bugging out? It was like, it was blinking the stalkers towards the fucking dead space on the map that it couldn't get to. Like, it didn't seem to understand to build a phoenix. And that it couldn't kill that. It's like it was fucking magnetized to that 1 warp prism. Maybe the AI assessed the threat level of that warp prism as very high, since it saw 2 immortals inside. So it's just like, oh fuck, like, let's stop everything and just try and kill this thing. I don't know. I'm not even sure. Alright, I need to take a break. Thank you everybody that's tuning in. I'm gonna take a break to eat something. And I will be back. I don't know if I should end it, if I should just cut the stream and end it. I've only streamed, what is this? How long have I been streaming today? Like 3 hours? 3.5 hours. I haven't played a single game today. I decided I would do analysis on those. Dude, that's intense. Commentating those games and analyzing. You think that takes a lot of energy, bro. If you liked my analysis, you guys should subscribe to the stream, by the way. If you liked my in-depth analysis of such things, then feel free to subscribe right now. Do it. But yeah, actually, I'm going to end the stream right now, and I promise I will be back later. Okay, guys? And I might play Protoss later, might play Terran. We will see. I'll do a later night stream. But yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat, and I will be back. So try not to fall asleep, Kappa. Try not to fall asleep. Play Protoss and use AlphaStar strats. Yeah, it's called build probes. It's called build probes, bro. Alright, I will be back, guys. I will be back in a bit. And if anyone missed the analysis, you could just rewind the VOD. Or I mean, not rewind. You can play the VOD. So yeah, peace out for now, guys.